What is good, Sixer Nation, Philly Take Nation? Welcome on in to another edition of Philly Take with RB, Sixers Game Day Live Show, presented by our friends at National University. We are back not even 24 hours later after the 76ers took a 24-point lead in a big game against Chicago early in the year. Both teams at 5-1. Sixers choked it up in the second half. A disappointing loss, their first big loss of the season. But now, as they say, it's not how hard you get hit, but how hard you can get hit and get back up. How can they respond to adversity? Road game out in Cleveland. Sixers will be shorthanded. Cleveland will get a piece back. So the question is, can the Sixers find a way to go into Cleveland and shock the world and I guess redeem themselves, is the best way to put it, from that mess last night? See how it goes, man. We'll break it all down. A lot to do, a lot of work to do, a lot of things to fix. But I guess the beauty of sports, right, is that you can put it behind you and you can play the next day and get right back at it. So we will see how this team can respond from a devastating loss last night. We'll talk about how that happened, why it happened, but most importantly, why the Sixers need to come back today and get it done. Welcome on in officially to the 76ers Game Day Live Show. Number one Sixers Game Day Live Show, where we give you the pregame, live game, and postgame coverage. We have the 5-2 Philadelphia 76ers taking on the 4-3 Cleveland Cavaliers. Once again, our show is presented by National University. We're powered by the Sleeper app. Shout out to the partners. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we'll give you the staple play-by-play and reactions. We'll give you the analysis. We'll give you all the takes in real time, as we always do. We'll read out your comments, and we'll open the phone lines after the game. But y'all already know what to do, man. Last night was disappointing. A lot of people, barking about different things. Fact of the matter is, you win as a team, you lose as a team. And this team can't seem to win easy or lose easy, Like, I'll be honest, man, that loss last night took a lot out of me. I don't know about y'all. It's just the way that it happened, And even with as bad as it looked in the second half, if they had just come back and won the game, wouldn't have mattered. But now we're about to see what this team's really made of, This is going to be a tough game. We said that last night. They're going in on the road against a good team. A team that's supposed to be at the top of the Eastern Conference this year. And they'll be shorthanded. And the Sixers are playing a lot of minutes. So we're going to talk about all of it here. That is what we do. But do me a huge favor. If y'all are tapped in again, hit the like button for your boys. Subscribe to the channel and become a part of the Philly Take family. If you want to get those cool emojis, if you want to get exclusive perks, hit that link pinned in the chat or hit that join button down below. Lastly, y'all know what to do, man. Follow us everywhere. IG and TikTok at Philly Take with RB. Follow us on Facebook at Philly Take with RB. And follow me on Twitter/X at RB Philly Take. Shouts to the members in the chat. Shout out to everybody in here. I know last night was frustrating. It was one of them games where you're like, damn, man, that's just, it doesn't sit right, It doesn't sit right. But on the flip side, I could look at the two games they lost and be like, man, they should have won both. They had a good chance to win both games. So why not get into it, man? Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let's go with the Sixers pregame live show. And again, man, I'm going to need everybody's energy tonight in the chat. I need y'all to keep this thing growing and going and flowing. You did an amazing job last night. Second game of a 4-game week. These back-to-backs are tough, man. Sixers have another back-to-back Saturday and Sunday. I thought the NBA was trying to get away from these back-to-backs, but maybe that's just me. But anyway, shout out to the people in the chat. We have Depressed Sixers fan. We have Busy B in the house. Tap it in for duty. We have the mommy. We have AJ and Devontae. Pete, what's going on? Yeah, hopefully we don't see a game like last night, man. That would be brutal. That would be brutal. I will start off the pregame show by asking that if you guys are going to lose tonight, please do not lose in cardiac fashion, because so far 6 out of 7 games have been cardiac. And honestly, it's weighing us down, man. I mean, every game in the last second, we're like so amped up. And man, it's like we're back again tonight, and who knows what's going to happen? Who knows, man? All right, let's talk about this matchup. Let's talk about this matchup, man. Like I said, chat, I need y'all to keep me going in the chat tonight, man. We're running on fumes. But let's talk about this game, okay? You have the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are 4-3 on the season. Some would say that they are underperforming so far. I'd say, you know, every team has a different start to the year, right? It's hard to judge a team until they're like 15, 20 games in. But the first thing that caught my eye, yesterday we talked about the Bulls having 6 guys in double-digit scoring, and the Cleveland Cavaliers also have the same thing. Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, DeAndre Hunter, Sam Merrill, Jared Allen, and Jalen Tyson all in double-digit scoring. And oh, by the way, the Cavaliers are getting Darius Garland back tonight, I believe, for the first game of his season. He's been dealing with that injury carrying over from last year. So they have another scoring punch on the way. You look at the 76ers, who played a lot of minutes last night. They had a colossal choke, but really what stood out to me again is how much minutes these starters are playing. Tyrese Maxey and Kelly Oubre and VJ Edgecombe all lead the league in minutes played right now. And tonight, as per the back-to-back rules, I guess, for the Sixers, Joel Embiid is not playing tonight. Jared McCain played 15 minutes last night. He looked rusty, but he's not playing tonight. So right now, you're down 2 players from last night. You're already not going deep into the rotation, and your guys are playing a ton of minutes, and now here you are. They hopped on a jet last night, quickly over to Cleveland. Last night's game, oh, and that's another thing. Last night's game was at 8 o'clock Eastern. Tonight's game is at 7 o'clock. So the NBA really did not give the Sixers a break here. The Cavaliers are well rested from yesterday. They got a ton of scorers. But that brings me to my next point, which I find is very odd. Last year, the Cavaliers were first in the NBA in offensive rating. Right now, they've actually been one of the worst. Even though they have 6 double-digit scorers, they're still not really blowing teams out. And it's very odd because their offense right now is 26th in the NBA. 26th in the NBA, and their defense right now is 7th. So they've actually been better defensively than offensively, but again, they were missing one of the main anchors in their backcourt, which is Darius Garland. Now, according to the injury report, a lot of their guys are also dealing with these lingering injuries. I don't think any of them have played all the games. DeAndre Hunter has an illness. He's questionable. Sam Merrill had a hip injury. He's questionable. Jared Allen, a finger injury. He's questionable. Garland, like I said, is making a season debut. So they have guys battling injuries too. For the Sixers, Don Barlow is still out. Paul George is still out, has not come back yet. Jared McCain, like I said, getting rest tonight. Same with Joel Embiid. So the other thing I wanted to talk about, obviously we know Donovan Mitchell is a special player. He has played 6 games this year. He's gone over 30 points in 4 of them. Evan Mobley, one of the better rebounders in the NBA. Same with Jared Allen. You know the Cavs like to deploy these 2 big lineups, but Mobley is more of like a pseudo big because he can play make and he can defend like 4 positions on the floor. Then you got Jared Allen for rim protection. So the Cavaliers really haven't like settled into their style yet. But the fact that they're already showing signs of being a good defensive team, last year they were top 10 offense and defense. Usually the teams that win the finals are top 10 in both. And when I look at the Cavs, though, it's a little bit deceiving because their last couple games, they lost, or actually they beat Atlanta, but they've lost against Boston, and they almost lost to Milwaukee. They almost lost to Brooklyn, and they lost to the New York Knicks. So one could also argue that they haven't really beat any good teams yet. So it's very deceiving in my opinion. And actually, my fault. The Cavaliers, I believe they've lost 2 in a row. No, I'm sorry. They won the last game against Atlanta. Before that, they lost against Toronto, which I don't think is a good team either. So they've lost to Boston, Toronto, and New York, which are 3 teams in the Eastern Conference. And they've beat Brooklyn, Milwaukee, and Detroit, and Atlanta. So you can make your own judgments. I don't think the Cavs are really clicking yet. They haven't been fully healthy. But I am concerned that tonight could be the night where they get going, especially with Darius Garland. We'll see how many minutes he plays. I'm still waiting on the official reports. All I know is that Adem Bona will be starting tonight with Joel Embiid out. We'll probably see a ton of Andre Drummond. He needs to be really good tonight. And the last thing I'll say before we go over to a few other things, I haven't been paying attention to a lot of the comments because there's people saying a bunch of nonsense on Sixers Twitter. I just had to get away from it. Again, it was a long night yesterday for us. Here's what I'll say, all right? Tyrese Maxey's leading the NBA in points per game. He's leading the NBA in field goals per game, 3-pointers made per game, a bunch else. Last night, the game was lost because of a few things. Number one, the offense tried to force a 2-man game late. There are people on Sixers Twitter that are coming at me and other people saying, well, they were up by 17 in the third. And then Joel Embiid went to the bench and came back and, with 6 minutes to go or whatever it was, 5.5 minutes to go, they were only up by 7 or whatever it was. Listen, man, you have to actually watch the games and not the box scores. People are just talking out of their you-know-what. You have to actually watch the game because in a way, that's almost like talking about plus minus. Plus minus is a useless stat, okay? Got to watch the games. Joel Embiid was 0 for 5 in the fourth quarter. Tyrese Maxey was 2 for 8. Quentin Grimes was 0 for 3. The offense was terrible. They did not score a field goal in the last 6.5 minutes of the game. They did not score a point in the last 4.5 minutes of the game. The ball movement was terrible. I thought Nick Nurse coached a terrible game in the fourth quarter. He also drew up the last play for Quentin Grimes, who really was not in his rhythm at all. So when I think about the game last night, no, it was not lost by one person, but as I said to someone earlier today, we have to stop making excuses. We have to stop making excuses. If we really expect this team to be great, we have to hold guys accountable. I do not think the season is over because they lost the game last night. Sometimes games like that happen. But we have to hold this team accountable, whoever it is. And that's all I'll say, man. Can't score 16 points in the fourth quarter. Can't score 36 in a total half. Everybody has to be better. The defense was amazing in the first half yesterday. Everything was amazing. They had 75 points in the first half. And then in the second half, they completely imploded. The third quarter seems to be the kryptonite. I read somewhere today they're like the worst third quarter team by a mile. They're getting outscored by like 75 points total in the third. Nick Nurse is going to have to manage that better. Maybe it's a rotation thing. Maybe it's a scheme thing. But, yesterday, like Busy Bee says in the chat, that was a historical choke. Anyway, that's what I got, man, on this game. Really, these back-to-backs are hard to, really preview. But the Sixers are on the road, and they are shorthanded without Joel Embiid and Jared McCain and Dominic Barlow and Paul George. And they have to find a way somehow to get to this Cavs team and not let them, get out and run and gun. We'll get more injury updates here in just a few moments. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take your predictions here in just a moment, but we have to go over and give a huge shout out to our great presenting sponsor of today's show, and that is Sleeper. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not checked out the Sleeper app yet, I don't know what you are doing, because right now on Sleeper, you can get a free $20 entry. Sleeper is a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. You can celebrate, chat on games. You can get fast scores and news right at your fingertips. You can play in fantasy leagues, but my favorite part is Sleeper's Picks. With Sleeper's Picks, you can choose 2 to 8 of your favorite players from pregame, live, or even across games. And all you have to do is pick more or less than the predicted stats. You can make these entries in 30 seconds or less with a $1 minimum entry. And on Sleeper, you can get up to 1,000 times your payout if your picks win. Sleeper is the place to be. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. They're operational in over 25 states. Check out Sleeper. That's what we're going to do right now. And we're going to go make some picks for tonight's game. Last night we were 2 for 3. Let's go ahead and check out the Sixers-Cavs game tonight. Let me make sure I got this thing going. But yeah, man, let's make a couple picks for tonight, see what we can do. There we go. Let's see, there we go. So we got Sixers and Cavs tonight. Like I said, $20 free entry over on Sleeper. Let's see. Donovan Mitchell over 26.5 points. VJ Edgecombe over 17.5. I keep picking VJ on the over, and then he doesn't hit it. Should I take Andre Drummond over 0.5 threes? You know Drummond's going to shoot a 3 in this game, right? I think I'm going to do it just for fun. I'm going to take Andre Drummond over 0.5 threes just for the fun of it. Adem Bona over 5.5 rebounds. I think that's a lock. He's going to have to be big against Jared Allen and Evan Mobley today. Tyrese Maxey, I think, could be a little fatigued in this one. So I'm going to take Kelly Oubre over 1.5 threes. So we got Oubre over 1.5 threes, Bona over 5.5 boards, and Andre Drummond over 0.5 three-pointers made. Easy as that. Make your picks, enter into a contest, and once again, use the code PHILLYTAKE to get a 100% deposit match up to $100 on your first deposit. Thank you to Sleeper for partnering with the channel. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll revisit those a little bit later on. I need y'all to do me a favor, man. If you are in here right now, like the show. We have to get this through the algorithm. Hit the like button right now for the starting lineups. Let's see. It's Mitchell, Garland, Tyson, Mobley, and Allen. Now, if you guys haven't heard of this Jalen Tyson guy, he was a first-round pick last year, and he didn't really play too much. He was averaging like 3 points a game, but he has come out on a vengeance here. With Darius Garland out until tonight, he has been starting for the Cavs. Keep in mind, Max Strus is out as well. He's not back yet. And the Cavs did lose some shooting in free agency with Ty Jerome. Now, they did pick up Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball averaging 5, 4, and 5 on the season. He's shooting 28% from 3. But Lonzo's a really good playmaker, and he's trying to revive his career. So they do have some guard help off the bench. But this guy, Jalen Tyson, has gone over 18 points in his last 2 games. He's been absolutely cooking. Then you have Donovan Mitchell. You have guys like Sam Merrill, who I'm not sure if he's playing tonight, but you have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. So the Cavs are another team that can beat you in multiple ways. They can rebound the ball, especially on the offensive glass. They can knock down shots, and they're going to play fast. And that goes back to what I said about the Sixers. They have to play fast as well. Sixers have to play faster. We're going to see that a lot more tonight. And we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. Speaking of how it goes, let's go ahead and get to our final score predictions. Ladies and gentlemen, drop it in the chat right now. Final score prediction. Who is going to win this game? What will the final score be? And who will be the leading scorer? What is your final score prediction, and who will be the leading scorer in this game? I think leading scorer tonight, I am going to go with, Donovan Mitchell. He always plays well against Philly. His three-point shot is money. And Sixers, again, are on the second of a back-to-back. They're going to have a tough time stopping him. So I'm going to take Donovan Mitchell, and I think he's going to drop 34 points. And for the final score prediction, now I tweeted this a little while ago, and if you are a real Sixers fan, you understand this, but there is absolutely no way the 76ers should win this game. Absolutely no way. They're on the second of a back-to-back. They went down to the wire last night. They have the three most played players in the NBA. They're down Joel Embiid and Jared McCain, and Darius Garland is making his season debut. And for all of those reasons, the 76ers are going to be the Sixers, and they're going to win this game. Somehow, some way, in the most Sixers fashion, where they should not win this game, they are going to win it. I think Donovan Mitchell will lead the game in scoring, but I think the Sixers win this game by a score of 107-105. And unfortunately, they're going to make it cardiac for us, even though I wish they wouldn't, because we're already running on fumes. But yeah, the Sixers either win this game in cardiac fashion or the Cavs win it by 30. This is the game last night where I was like, all right, if you win last night, I'm not really expecting you to win tonight. So I wouldn't have been mad. If the Sixers find a way to win this game today, then last night is forgotten. I don't care anymore. Everything in my head tells me the Cavs are going to win this game. But for some reason, and just knowing how the Sixers operate, when everybody's pissed off about last night, they're just going to come out and win this game somehow. So anyway, man, I'm taking the Sixers 107-105. As bad as it may make me look, Donovan Mitchell leads the game with 36. What are your predictions in the chat? Guys, can we get this to 100 likes, man? I'm not going to harp on it tonight. Like I said, back-to-backs are rough, man, but we're here. We're here, man, and the Sixers need to bounce back after a tough loss last night. 250 people in the chat. Let's see. What's your predictions, man? Clint says 118-113, Sixers, Maxi 31. Class is 125-120, Sixers, Maxi with 35. Alba says 121-119, Sixers and OT, Maxi with leading scorer. Jim says Maxi 61, 123-111. The mom says 128-122, Sixers. Estelle says Cavs 113-108. Dream says 118-108. Cleveland, Mitchell with 26. And like I said, man, we keep it real on this channel. A lot of people, like I said on Twitter last night, were just really frustrated with my opinion because anytime you say Joel Embiid's name now, you're not allowed to criticize him apparently. But Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Quentin Grimes, they were all bad last night. Nick Nurse was bad. And it was an epic collapse. And it was a game that sucked because, you had a chance to make a statement. You did for one half against the Bulls. And then you gave it up. Give me some predictions, man. Let's see. What else we got? Any other ones? Terrence is 130-110. Doesn't give us a team. Karma says Sixers 117-111. We got any more, man? $5 super chat. Blazin says T-Max tired. That's not his heart. Listen, I don't think Tyrese Maxey will give up or anything. I think he's going to try his best, but the law of averages tells you that if you keep running this guy into the ground, it's not going to be good. Nick Nurse did this to his guys in Toronto. That's why they didn't like him at the end. I think you got to go deeper into the rotation. You're going to have to get some production out of a few others. That's just my personal opinion, especially in a game like tonight where Jared McCain is not playing and Joel Embiid is not playing. You're going to have to dig a little deeper. That's just my take, though. I mean, Maxey's averaging 42 minutes a game. It's tough. NY says 124-111 Cleveland. Sixer Alex is 120-119 Sixers. Maxi 27. No Mitchell, 16 points guaranteed. VJ 21. Let's go, man. All right. I need y'all to fire me up, man. Let's go, chat. I know last night was tough, but it is time to drop the beat. Let's go, man. Sixers in Cleveland. Taking on the Cavs. Maxi's got 25 plus in all 7 games. Donovan Mitchell's got 30 plus in 4 out of 6 games. Sixers trying to rebound from last night. Can they pull off a shocker in Cleveland? By the way, Cavs 11.5 point favorite. Make us the underdog. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Let's go. John says Sixers 114-112. Much love, man. Welcome on in to the Sixers Game Day live show presented by our friends at National University. Listen, man, last night was tough, but I need your guys' energy tonight. I'm really telling you, I need y'all to keep this chat fired up. We got 270 people in here. We don't even have 100 likes yet. Let's go. Hit the like, push us through the algo, subscribe to the channel. Mods, you guys have been crushing it. Members, shout out to y'all. We'll give some shout outs here in the chat in just a few. Once again, make sure y'all follow us on all social platforms, man. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. We're trying to take over the game. It was a late night last night, man. Game didn't get over till like 11 something. Post-game show was running till midnight. But we're back. We are back. Someone in the chat, Howard, said be positive. Listen, man, and this isn't just towards you, Howard. I'm just saying this out in the open, okay? Because a lot of people were saying this on Twitter as well. The one guy on Twitter was like, oh, you didn't even watch the game. Well, breaking news, buddy. I watch every game live with like 1,000 people at once. There's a difference between being positive and also analyzing what we're seeing. This is not a show where we are just, rah-rah 1,000% of the time. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm seeing. Now, again, with all that being said, I bring the passion. I bring the energy every game, good or bad. But I'm not going to sit here and lie to the people. That's not my job, man. I'm here to tell it how I see it. And you guys are here to do the same. So, anyway, man, I'll be positive if they're doing well. Now, again, everything in my body is telling me that they should not win this game. But in the most Sixers way possible, I just have a feeling they're going to win and shock us all. The Cavs have not been that good to start the year, but again, getting Darius Garland back, I think, will be a huge boost for them. Anyway, man, this is the Sixers Game Day live show. If this is your first time watching us, welcome in. Or if you've been here, of course, we do pregame, live game, and post-game coverage. 4 hours of condensed coverage. All you got to do is tap onto the stream, like it, set your device back, or maybe get active in the chat. Maybe have us on one device watching us and then on your phone in the chat. I don't know. Whatever your setup is, make sure you time up your game stream with mine if you're also watching the game. We are still currently working on a scoreboard fix. Here's an update for you guys on the scoreboard. A couple people were whining about it yesterday. I was told that the engineer, and this is a true story. This is just how my day's going. I was told that the engineer who is trying to help us on a scoreboard fix is currently doing an Aaron Rodgers darkness retreat. I'm not joking. That's what was told to me today. That was my update. So that's what I'm working with right now. If you guys can find the engineer that is supposed to be helping me, he is probably somewhere out in a tent in the middle of the woods and is not responding. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, shout out to the callers. Callers have been top tier this season. Best by far. Fantastic. We got a normal cycle of callers. We got people joining the Discord, getting active with us everywhere. Let's get it going, man. I hope this is not a cardiac game. Sixers, I am asking you very politely, if you are going to lose this game, please do not make it cardiac. Clint says, RB is a Sixers fan who gives us unbelievable pregame, live game, and postgame content. He tells it like it is. Clint, my man, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Busy B says, what is that? Oh, so maybe I should have explained what that is. So you remember when Aaron Rodgers took like that weird retreat before he signed? I think it was with the Jets, right? Or was it this offseason before he signed with Pittsburgh? Whenever the offseason where he like took like 3 months to sign, where he was like out in the middle of the woods doing ayahuasca and just like chilling. And he said like, I just go out and randomly and I just like to be in the darkness. Whenever that was, people were like, what the heck is wrong with Aaron Rodgers? But anyway, the guy told me today that, yeah, the guy is like literally just went 30 dark zero. So we'll see what happens. I should have explained what that was. My bad. Jason A-Team in the chat says, I think we are losing this again. Blazin says he's good. Best player to step on the court tonight. Patrick says, if we cruise without Joel Embiid. Listen, man. I was on Bleacher Report today, and I said that the Sixers might have to have an uncomfortable conversation with Joel Embiid. Not saying that Joel doesn't have a role. See, this is where people don't understand what I'm saying. And it's weird. It's like very reminiscent of like the Ben Simmons days and the James Harden days. Because again, you have these people that get so fixated on and attached to one player. But see, we're here to support the 76ers, right? We all love Joel Embiid. We feel for him, right? Like Joel's out there giving it his all. His body's not really cooperating right now. But that does not mean that the Sixers should not do something because of our passion and our love for Joel Embiid. So once again, last night, I put out a clip after the game and I said, the Sixers lost the game because they went away from what worked before. That is the absolute truth. And then you have the box score watchers that don't watch the game with us. And then they come in and they watch a 10-second part of a 60-second clip. And they're like, you are the biggest Joel Embiid hater in the world. No, that's not the case. We're telling you what happened in the third quarter, what happened in the fourth quarter. The Sixers did not score in the last 6.5 minutes of the game. That's the main point. The loss was not solely on Joel Embiid. It wasn't solely on Tyrese Maxey or Nick Nurse. It was on all of them. They all collapsed. But again, there has been 5 wins. 4 of them have been in comeback fashion in the fourth quarter by double digits. And those wins came when the Sixers were running at 1,000 miles an hour and blowing by teams. Just like they did yesterday in the first half. They were shooting 53% from 3. They were running everywhere. So, again, I'm just telling you what I see. You don't have to agree with me 1,000%. That is okay. But Nick Nurse has to have a good feel of the game. And I still think Joel does have a role. Last night, I was calling for Joel Embiid to come back in the game with 7 minutes to go because I thought Adem Bona didn't do a good job at protecting the rim. I wanted Joel to come back in for defensive purposes. I thought Joel had his best defensive game of the year yesterday. But again, as soon as you bring up somebody's name, it's like they don't really listen to what you're saying. So again, I come back to this over and over again, and I think I've just gotten to a point where I know that, you know, whatever you say, man, there's going to be a bunch of people on one side and a bunch of people on the other. And all you can do is just tell it how you see it. So, anyway, that's where we're at, man. Nick Nurse has to have a good feel of the game. And we'll see what happens. Don Boyle, what's going on, brother? Busy B, what's up? Blazin, what's up? Clint says, I think we would all like Embiid to play like he used to, but he's unable to. And I'm cool with that. I don't think he has to. I think the Sixers have enough guard play where they don't have to rely on that. you know. Here are the starting lineups for the 76ers: Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre, Jabari Walker, Adem Bona, and for the Cavs, it is Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Jalen Tyson, Jared Allen, and Evan Mobley. So it looks like Sam Merrill will not be in unless he's coming off the bench. I didn't get a final injury report here. Let's see. Busy says, is there a Paul George update? Well, he's been practicing for like 4 weeks, and we haven't got any update about Paul George, so nothing in the PG realm. So once again, Darius Garland is making his season debut. By the way, Kenny Atkinson apparently said that Sam Merrill should be available tonight, so I guess he's coming off the bench. So Sam Merrill's in, Darius Garland making his season debut. We're here in Cleveland, and by the way, they are using the old Cavaliers logo, which I think is really cool. I like the old Cavs logo. But second of a back-to-back, we are off. First shot from Donovan Mitchell missed and tapped in by Tyson. Like I said, the young cat, first-round pick last year, has been playing well in the last couple games for the Cavaliers. We'll get the stats up here in 1 second. Cavs stealed away again. Here's Tyson down the other end. He's going to find Garland. Garland, first shot of the season, missed it. Mobley trying to fight it away, and Bona could not save it. It is out on the Sixers. Welcome into the Sixers Game Day live show, second of a back-to-back. Let's see what this team can do. Get the scoreboard up here in just a second. Here's Evan Mobley, guarded by Jabari Walker at the high post. He's going to dump it back to Garland. Garland oops it up. Mobley at the rim against Bona, floats it up. He missed it. Sixers have it, and they are out and running. Maxey around a screen. He's going to step back. Baseline. Maxey got it to go. Picking up right where he left off. 39 points yesterday, leading the league at 34 points per game. Cavaliers number 1 in the NBA last year in offensive rating. This year they're at 26, but they haven't really had their full team on the floor. Garland for 3, knocks it down in the corner. And Darius Garland has his first points of the season. Here's VJ Edgecombe. We'd like to see the ball in his hands more. I think we can all agree on that. VJ didn't really touch it at all in the fourth quarter yesterday. Maxey crossing over, dribbles, steps back. Maxey down low. Bona wasn't ready for it. Bona's got to wake up. Here come the Cavs in transition. Mobley all the way and slams it down on the other end. Bona did not get back in time. Mitchell stole it away, and actually there was an offensive foul on Adem Bona. So Bona off to a very less than ideal start. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on into the show. 460 people in here. Thank you so much for being a part of this, man. Please do me one huge favor and like the stream. That helps push us out to more people. We want to get this in front of as many people's eyes as we can. Garland down low to Mobley. He turns, kicks it back. Corner 3, Mitchell, and cashes it in. So the Cavaliers are out to a lethal start. VJ Edgecombe going to drive down the lane, float it up and in. Nice bucket for VJ. Cavs won their last game against Atlanta. Here's Jared Allen. Like I said, they like to deploy the too big look. And there goes Jared Allen with a reverse lay. Adem Bona looking awful to begin this game. 12-4. Here's Jabari Walker, guarded by Jared Allen. Now Kelly Oubre. Oubre has been cooking as of late, averaging 19 points per game. Oubre floats it up, too much on it. And so far, the Sixers don't have a lot of juice. Like I said, though, I'd rather be down at the beginning than be up 20 like yesterday. Here comes VJ running the lane, kicks it to Oubre, back to VJ. Contested 3. VJ overshot it by a lot. Here come the Cavs. Mitchell going all the way. Goes right up and in. 14-4. See, this is what my head told me. Like, this is how I expected this game to go. VJ going to dribble, drive down the lane, turns, kicks it back. Maxey moving three. Can't get it to go. Walker, the offensive rebound, out to Oubre. 10 on the shot clock. VJ pops up for three. It's short. VJ gets it back. Oubre from the wing. Oubre missed it. See how the shots are coming up a little short? They just don't have the same oomph right now. You could tell they have dead legs, man. And that's because they're playing 40 minutes a game. This is feeling like the second of a back-to-back right now. Here's Mobley guarded by Bona, going to bring him out to the perimeter. Here's where Mobley can really make you into toast. Mobley drives, kicks. Three ball. Jared Allen missed it. Sixers don't even try for the board. Luckily, it falls in the hands of Bona. He throws it away. Three ball Cavs, it's money. Bona, what the hell was that? All right, man, you got to put in Drummond. I've seen enough. See, this is how I expected this game to go. And as I said at the beginning, I was either going to look really smart or really stupid, but in the most Sixers way possible, I was like, they're just going to win this because we're all pissed off from last night. But this is how my head told me the game was going to go. And this is why winning yesterday was important. Adem Bona, you didn't really play a lot last night. You didn't look good last night, but what are you doing, man? Maxey's got 3 turnovers in 4 minutes. A couple of them are probably Bona's fault, but Bona's got a turnover himself. Yeah, this isn't going to go well, bro. I said Mitchell would have 34. I probably should have said 64. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Sixers Game Day Live Show. Whether it's good or bad or absolutely nauseous, we give you the coverage. Every game, 4 hours of it. Pre-game, live game, post-game. We're going to be here to discuss this and break it down. It's hard for me to really get mad at this game right now, though. Anybody else feel that way? How are you guys feeling, man? How are you feeling? It's hard for me to get mad right now. Like, I don't know. You're down 2 players tonight. 3 players, actually. 4 if you count Paul George, but you're down 3 players. You know, Maxey's playing 42 minutes a game. Oubre's playing 40 minutes a game. VJ's playing 41. And, I mean, these guys absolutely have no, I don't want to say energy because I think they're trying. They just don't have, like, any juice right now. Don Boyle says, I'm still mad last night. That was pitiful. I don't know. I'm just not surprised right now at how this game started. But, yeah, man, Sixers got to wake up if they want any chance of getting back in this. And see, here is an example, right? So I talk a lot about Nick Nurse and his ability to kind of feel out the game, right? This is a perfect game where you're going to have to play Drummond a lot because you're going up against 2 bigs. Jared Allen can protect the rim. Now you got Jalen Tyson harassing Maxey. So now Drummond's in. You might have to play Bona and Drummond together. But then again, you have no backup center. So if that happens. But yeah, you have to play Drummond in this game because Bona cannot take on 2 bigs. Oubre goes right to the rim and he's fouled. This could be a game where you see, I don't even know, Janai Broom maybe? I mean, I don't know, man. You got to have a feel for the game. That's my take. I'm going to start calling the fans the Philadelphia overreactors. I don't even know what that means, dude. Are we not supposed to be mad that the team is down 17-4? Oh my gosh, dude. I don't even know why I'm reading that. Second free throw miss, 17-5. Here's Darius Garland going to find Mobley. Drummond leaves him wide open. Mobley takes it in, floats it up off the window. Can't get it to go. Sixers trying to save the board. VJ smacks it off of Mobley. It's going to be Sixers ball. Yeah, that's another thing too, man. We're allowed to be we're allowed to react as much as we want. That's how sports are, you know. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, though, the Sixers were either winning this game cardiac style or they're going to lose by 30. Dean Wade is in for the first time. The Cavs are harassing the Sixers. Lonzo Ball comes in as well. Cavs could be a dangerous team this year. Cavs had that humbling experience last year. They can definitely be dangerous. They got roughed up by Indiana in the playoffs, but they were a really good team last year. Oubre for three. He's got it. Good shot by Kelly. 17-8. Trying to cut the deficit. Here's Evan Mobley. Turning, spinning in the block. Puts it up and hits. Dean Wade looked like he took one in the face from Kelly Oubre. EJ took it all the way. Went up with it. It's got to be a goaltend. Yes, it is. I don't think McCain should have rested tonight. Get him some reps. I agree, Busy. They only played him 15 minutes yesterday. And you know what's weird, too? I forgot to mention that they listed Jared McCain with left knee injury management on the report. There was actually 3 guys listed with left knee injury management. So raise your hand if you would like to donate your left knee to the 76ers. Guys, we've got 620 people in the chat right now. We are closing in on 200 likes. Thank you so much for being here, man. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe. I know it's a tough start to the night, man, but we got to take a roll call. Drop some blue and red in the chat. Members, drop those emojis. Come on, get me fired up a little bit, man. We're all running on fumes right now. Back to back. Come on, get me fired up. Drop some blue and red. Where's my Sixer Nation? Because that's one thing, man. We can't falter. We can't falter because of one game or 2 games. This is a long season. You have to withstand the blows, you know? There's highs and lows of a season. You got to just weather the storm a little bit. Yesterday was not the end of the season, okay? Today is not the end of the season. I know it's a tough game so far, but come on. We got to stick together, man. There's a reason I put this community up against anybody. Because you guys bring the energy every single game, man. Someone said we need a night from VJ. You know what, man? I agree. Do you guys agree with that? I think VJ Edgecombe should have the ball in his hands, and that is one thing that's really starting to tick me off. It's like you saw what VJ did in the first 3 games of the season. I don't see the defense making a lot of adjustments against VJ. I just don't see him getting the ball a lot. He's just posted up in the corner. That's ridiculous, man. Give him the ball. Give him the ball, man. We got Busy B in the chat. Depressed Sixers fan, Don Boyle. Devontae says, Laker Nation here for the Sixers to lose. All right, well, I mean, that's your time. Appreciate the views, man. Let's go. We accept anybody here. If you want to spend your night here, what's up, man? We got Depressed Sixers fan in the house. Cable, what's going on, brother? Rob, what's up, man? Don Boyle, Eric, what's up? Jason, what's up? Fightins, what's up? Busy B says, let's camp out in the corner like we're playing COD. Exactly. That's what it feels like right now. All right, guys, we should be at 500 likes by now, man. I'm not going to keep saying it, but let's get this stream out in front of as many people as we can. 19-10 is our score. Here's the Cavaliers. Garland dribbling through the lane, kicks it out. There's Sam Merrill for 3, and it's cash. First one of the night. Keep in mind, they still have Max Strus coming back soon. I don't know if it'll be soon, but he's coming back. VJ at the top, going to find Quentin Grimes. Grimes at the wing, guarded by Lonzo. Switched on to Merrill. Grimes had a bad night last night. Here's Tyrese Maxey working against Lonzo. He turns, he spins, trying to get space. VJ floats it up. It's short. Drummond the layup and puts it back in. Wait, what? What did they just call? Nick Nurse is arguing. What did they just call, bro?
Let's go.
They called a shot clock violation. So the bucket does not count. Now the Sixers are in a zone defense. Tyson wings it to the corner. Merrill, another three. That's off. Drummond can't box out. Here's Mobley, puts it up. He's blocked. Cavs get a third opportunity. Lonzo a three, off. Here's a fourth opportunity by Cleveland. Lonzo, Tyson for three. That's off, and Maxey finally picks it up after 4 opportunities. Drummond wasn't ready for it. All right, man. So the Sixers just have no center that wants to play the freaking game, bro. Dear Lord. Bro, does anybody want to go in and play center? Anybody? Mobley, wide open three. Drummond, you know you're on the basketball floor, right? Holy crap, Drummond. Maxey floats it up. He's fouled. I don't care if you lose, but stop playing out there like a dud, bro. I mean, Andre Drummond looks like a computer from the 1990s in a world of 2025 technology. He's moving at he's not even processing the game. He's moving at like 2 megabytes per second. I mean, what are you doing, bro? Holy crap. First one good for Tyrese Maxey. I mean, we just have no center. Do we want to play small ball? Do we want to play small ball? $5 super chat, John Mack, channel member. What's up, John? He says, if you build it, we will edgecomb. Listen, man, VJ's gotta get the ball, bro. VJ has to get the ball more. Three ball Cleveland, another chop. My bad. I looked away for a second. I think Quentin Grimes got fouled. Quentin Grimes at the free throw line. First one is good for Q Dot. Second one good from Q Dot. Mobley going to find Larry Nance. Nance, Lonzo, back to Larry Nance. Great ball movement by Cleveland. And then Mobley was there in the dunker spot. Man, the Cavaliers' offense is just so dynamic. They're just playing at like 50 times the speed of Philly right now. Grimes back to Kelly. Kelly from three. It's off the mark. Justin Edwards is in for the first time. Drummond gets it back. Drummond just had the most unlikely bucket I've ever seen. He tried to dunk the ball. It hit off the front rim, bounced up off the backboard, and went back in. And he fell to the ground. And we have a foul on the other end. Crazy that Larry Nance is still in the NBA. 30-15 is the score. Here's Jared Allen. Allen going to find Sam Merrill. Merrill to Allen. Allen going to dribble against Drummond. Goes up, lost it. Nice defense by Drummond. Here come the Sixers. 15-point game. Kelly at the top. Kelly going to find Maxey. Maxey coming around the screen. He's working against Merrill. Maxey posting up, turns, spins, floats it up, and missed it. Here come the Cavaliers. Moving quickly. Nance stops on a pivot, finds Merrill. Back to Nance. He missed it, but it goes into the hands of Jared Allen. Allen wants a three. That's short. Picked up by Drummond. Edwards going to find Tyrese Maxey. Maxey to Grimes. Grimes wants a deep three. That's short. And a foul on Cleveland on the rebound. 717 people in the live chat. Can we get the 300 likes? Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe. Get us to 50K, man. We're almost there. We're inching towards it. Blazin says we've lost 2 games by 3 points. That is true. We have not lost by a lot of points. Grimes to Maxey. Maxey going to turn and spin, kick it out. Edwards for 3 and drills it. Big time shot, Justin Edwards. Good to see that. Lonzo driving downhill, finds Allen, goes up and lays it in. 32-18. Trendon Watford is in for the first time for Philly. Maxey, Grimes, Watford, Edwards, and Drummond. Maxey was plucked, but they're going to call a late whistle. It's going to be on Cleveland, so Tyrese Maxey and the Sixers are in the bonus. And Maxey is going to the line for 2. Let's get some blue and red flowing in this chat, man. Drop some fires. Get us in here. We still haven't hit the... We haven't woken up the neighbors yet, man. I just realized that. I was so locked into the Sixers getting torched. Let's go, man. Drop the yes sirs, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wake them up. Maxey 2 for 2 at the line. We got to run it back, man. Run it back. Yes, sir. Mitchell fouled. He's going to the line. But we're waking up the neighbors. Yes, sir. Drop it in the chat, man. Tough game last night, but we are back in full effect. Sixers trying to not go into a deep, deep hole here in the first quarter. Mitchell going to knock down the first. Let's go, man. Let's go. Come on, chat. Fire me up, man. Fire me up. Guys, we should have 300 likes by now, man. Come on, we got to wake the neighbors up one more time. We got to piss them off. It is a Wednesday night. Here's VJ Edgecombe at the top, guarded by Sam Merrill. He's going to drive and kick to Grimes. 12 on the shot clock. Grimes drives, goes, little speed burst there, and he lays it up and in with the right hand. Cavs moving around quickly. Mitchell tried to go back the other way, guarded by Justin Edwards. Finally getting some minutes tonight with all the guys that need some rest. Here's a 3-ball. Larry Nance from the corner. Can't get it to go. Picked up by Cleveland. Allen spins the other way. Goes up. Blocked by Drummond. Big time defensive play. Here come the 76ers. Rocking the white unis. Cavs rocking their old school unis. Drummond at the rim. Got it to go. As soon as I started talking about Drum God, he started waking up. He started waking up as soon as I started talking about Drummond. Here's Lonzo coming around the screen. Lonzo back to Allen. Allen floats it up. Got it with the perfect pick and roll. Drummond drop back into coverage. Let's go. Looks like we have a foul on Lonzo Ball. Sixers are starting to get it going a little bit. Like I said, game of runs. Game of runs. Game of runs. $5 super chat, Blazing channel member. Thank you so much for the support. Let's go. Let's go, man. First one good at the line. Quentin Grimes averaging the third most points off the bench this year. Isaiah Joe's number 2. Number 1 is Jeremy Grant, who is now coming off the bench for Portland. Grimes going to knock down the second, 2 for 2. And all of a sudden, it is an 11-point game. Maybe the Sixers are not down and out of it. Maybe they are going to make a comeback here. Maybe it's like the reverse fashion of yesterday. Mitchell turns. He spins. He steps back. He finds Larry Nance. Nance dumps it back to Mitchell. Mitchell guarded by Watford. Mitchell, the step back 3. Wow, what a shot by Donovan Mitchell. Just continues to make big time shots. He is up to 13 points on the night. 4 for 5 in this first quarter. 37 seconds to play. Here's Q Dot. Q Dot threw it away. Miscommunication with Watford there. Let's go, chat. Come on, man. Wake me up. Get us up to 300 likes. Hit that thumbs up, man. Can we do it by the end of the first? Donovan Mitchell going to dribble. Drive downhill. He goes up. Contested Jay, and he was fouled. So Donovan Mitchell headed to the stripe for 2. Sixers trivia coming up here at the end of the first quarter. Stay locked and loaded with us all night long. We'll have you during the game and after the game as well. John says Cavs stink a little bit. Hey, maybe they're trying to let us back in it. Maybe they want it to be interesting, man. Let's go, man. 775 people in the chat. Welcome in. 20 seconds to go. Allen and another off-ball foul. So now the Cavs are going back to the line. So they weren't at the line. Now they're in the bonus with 19 seconds to go. Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley have a combined 25 points, which matches the Sixers total. So now it's D-Mitch again. First one at the line for Mitchell is good. How's everybody feeling tonight, man? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Hope y'all are doing well. Second of a back-to-back for Philly. Sixers are 5-2, sitting at second in the East. Cavs at 4-3. Can't waver, though, Sixer Nation. We got to be here all year long. Mitchell going to knock down a pair, 41-25. Shot clock unplugged. Here's VJ Edgecombe going to take the rock. Now he finds Kelly. Kelly going downhill, full speed, floats it up at the rim and got it. Big time bucket for Kelly. Mitchell to the corner. Nance wide open 3. Couldn't hit it at the buzzer, but I will say it's a little better than I thought based on how that quarter started. But nonetheless, that is where we are at as we end off the first quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the 76ers Game Day Live Show presented by National University. Check out their links down in the live chat and in the description. All right, man. It is officially time for our Sixers trivia question. If you get it correct first, I see all the timestamps, you are going to hear this sound. Whoever gets the most questions right at the end of the year will win a prize. And this is the Sixers Scholars Trivia question presented by National University. Ladies and gentlemen, get those typing fingers ready. I will put the question in the chat so you can see it. Everybody will see it at the same time. And then I will say the question. First person to get it right. The question is, what team did the Syracuse Nationals defeat in the NBA championship of 1955? Syracuse Nationals are the 76ers, pre the 76ers. They are the predecessor. What team did they beat in the 1955 NBA championship, a.k.a. the first championship in franchise history? Let's see who gets it right in the chat. Give y'all about 15 seconds. I need to add like some Jeopardy music, man. I need to add some kind of like Jeopardy music. I'm going to start doing that. All right, let's go over to the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, in the 1955 NBA championship, the Syracuse Nationals defeated the Fort Wayne Pistons. The Pistons. The first person to get it correct per my timestamps are AJ and Devontae. AJ and Devontae came in first with it. Congratulations on your first ever trivia win. Lou World was second, Juan was third, and Dom Boyle was fourth. Thank you all for playing Sixers trivia every game at the end of the first quarter. It was the Fort Wayne Pistons. Shout out AJ and Devontae in the chat. Whoever gets the most right at the end of the year will get a prize. And we'll have a lot of bonus questions, a lot of bonus points throughout. So make sure y'all stay locked in. Speaking of locked in, Trendon Watford already locked in here in the second with a bucket. Now it's a 12-point game. Mobley for three. He drills it. Can't let the Cavs keep scoring three for every two that you make. Cavs are shooting 16 for 30 from the field. They've had 10 more shot attempts than the Sixers so far. Watford floats it up. He was fouled by Larry Nance. Busy Bee says, smash the like. We are 2 likes away from 300. Who is going to get us there, man? Who is going to get us there? Dom, you were close, brother. You were close. You're getting there, Dom. Lou, you were very close, man. You're like a half second behind. Watford going to knock down the first at the line. How are we feeling about this game tonight, man? How are we feeling? Did you guys come into this game expecting the Sixers to win? Be honest. Or are you still mad if they lose this game? Like, really mad? Let me know your thoughts. 2 for 2 at the line for Trendon. 13-point game. Here's Evan Mobley at the top. Mobley coming around a screen. He's going to find Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell guarded by Adem Bona. Mitchell puts up a 3. That one's in and out. Picked up by Justin Edwards. Here come the Sixers. Watford at the top. He's going to find Bona down in the low block. Bona going to turn and spin. Bona up with the right hand. Got it to go. Nice bucket. Something we haven't really seen there. A little post kind of turnaround hook from Bona. And then Bona's going to steal it away. Drive the lane. Go right up and in. Did they give him an and one? Tyson is looking on. What's going on here? Bona stole the inbounds pass. It might have been a loose ball foul. In for the Cavs, by the way, number 9 is Craig Porter Jr., 25 years old, out of Wichita State. Let's Played 3 years with the Cavs. They're going to review this for a potential clear path or whatever they call it foul. Greg Porter undrafted a couple years ago. Ben in the chat says, after last night's effort, I thought we would get smoked tonight. We got John Mack in the chat blazing. Don Boyle, Cool J. Mike, what's going on? RJ in the chat, what's up? Justine, what's going on? Says we're about to come back. It's probably going to be a clear path foul, honestly. We got 300 likes, though. Hit that, yes, sir. Let's go. Wake them up. Yes, sir. While the referees take a million years. I don't know what the referees are looking at, if I'm being honest. Like, you can see it's a clear path. Are they trying to, like, measure the distance? So it will be a clear path foul. All right, ladies and gentlemen, while this is taking forever, let's go ahead and play one of our favorite segments here in the second quarter. It is going to be our Drop the Spot. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know where you're tapping in from tonight for the Sixers Game Day Live show. Drop your countries, your cities, your states, your towns. Where's everybody tapping in from tonight? We'll shout out some of your places in the chat. Bona going to miss the first free throw. Shout out to the chat, man. Thank y'all for being here. Yo, can we get this to 500 likes by halftime? Trying to push this out through the algorithm, man. Bona going to miss the second one. Not good. So Bona goes 0 for 2 at the line. Sixers will get it back, though. We live stream every single game, man. Before, during, and after. All in one stream. Here's Quentin Grimes at the wing. He's going to dribble and drive and step back and kick it up top. Watford guarded by Mobley. Watford going full head of steam. He was blocked at the rim, met by Evan Mobley. We got Philippines in the chat. Upper Darby, PA. Lansdale, PA. Langhorne, PA. Kansas City, Atlanta. West Philly. Harleysville. Brooklyn. North Philly. North Philly. North Philly. Berlin. North Carolina. OKC. Arizona. What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for being a part of this. Shot was missed by Philly, courtesy of QDOT. Here's Larry Nance. Wide open. Pull up. Floater. Got it. Got to play defense, Bona. BJ Edgecombe going to find Justin Edwards, kicks it out to Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes, Trendon Watford. Edwards pulls up for 3. He got it! And a foul. So I guess it might be an and one opportunity. A non-traditional one. It's a 10-point game, and somehow the Sixers are clawing back. Yes, sir. We got Chicago in the chat. Austin, Texas, Lansdale, Prospect Park, Southwest Philly. What else we got up in here, man? Poconos in PA. On the SEPTA. Kandisha says appreciate the live stream. We got Canada in the house. France in the house. Let's go, man. Shout out Delco in the chat. Atlanta in the house. Staten Island, New York in the building. Middletown, New Jersey. South Jersey. Sea Isle. Let's go, man. Appreciate y'all dropping the spots in the chat. Thank you for getting interactive with us. Get us up to 500 likes. Don't be a hater, man. Help us push our show out. We do this every game, man. We really give you all the concerted effort. We give you all that consistency. Consistency. We're locked in, man. Every game, all season long. Pre-game, live game, post-game. And we got another official review. I mean, what's going on here, man? What is going on? So they reviewed that foul. So I guess it is an and one opportunity. So now the Sixers have a chance to make it a single-digit lead. Bona got ran over by Larry Nance. Edwards hit the three. Let's go, man. Shazy, what's going on, man? It says Maxey is burnt out. Yeah, he might be. Might be, honestly. Playing 42 minutes a game. And then Bona misses another free throw. 0 for 3. Come on, Bona. Mobley at the top. Mobley turning and spinning. He's going to find Mitchell at the logo, guarded by Edwards. Mitchell dribbling, driving to the rim, goes up, blocked by Bona. It's a goaltend. Bona can't believe it. Looked like a goaltend, though. So it's a 12-point lead for Cleveland. There's Watford. Watford throws it away. Mitchell running up the floor, and then he was fouled. Come on, y'all. Hit that thumbs up, man. Don't be a slacker. Be an attacker. The Press Sixers fan says, give Justin Edwards the ball. Bona is screwing us with free points. He is 0 for 3. 0 for 3 at the line. McCain should have played tonight instead of last night. I'm surprised he's not playing both nights. Are we reviewing this again? Guys, this is 3 reviews in a row. I can't take another review, man. I can't take another review. And we don't even have 400 likes. I'm not even reading the chat, bro. I'm mad. I'm about to file a dispute with the NBA for how many reviews are in this game right now. Now they just called a clear path foul on the Sixers. All right, so we are finally playing basketball again. Craig Porter blocked by Watford. Nice play. Here comes Watford flying up the floor. Finds Grimes flowing all the way to the rim. Missed it and tapped back in by Watford. 10-point game. Three-ball Tyson. Dude, this is wild, man. Cavaliers have hit 9 threes already. Watford dumps it to Bona. Bona blocked at the rim by Mobley. Goes up again, blocked again. And this time he's fouled. Shout out to ESPN for not showing the fouls anymore on here. Come on, ESPN. Three fouls on Edwards, 2 on Quentin Grimes. $8:38 to go here in the second. Free throw is good by Adem. So he finally makes a couple at the line. 2 for 5 now. 11-point game. Mobley at the top. Coming around a screen. Mobley going to pull up. Deep 2 from beyond the free throw line. Missed it. Picked up by Grimes. Here come the Sixers trying to claw their way back. Watford to Grimes. Grimes around a screen. Now he hesitates. Drives again. Kicks it back. Watford going to find Quentin Grimes. Grimes against Mobley to Watford. Watford for 3. He got it.
He's on fire.
Trendon Watford is starting to cook. Yeah. And then Allen is fouled down low by Watford. Watford's got 7 points, 2 assists, and a steal off the bench. Matter of fact, he's the leading scorer right now. How's Trendon Watford the leading scorer? Let's go, man. 800 people in the chat. Welcome on in. Get us to 400 likes. Here's Mobley. He's going to pop up for 3. Drummond just blocked it, even though there was a foul. Let's go, chat. We do this every single game, man. Pre-game, live game, and post-game coverage. We give you all of the play-by-play reactions. Read out your comments. We take your phone calls after the game. Let's go. Show some love, man. All these reviews, man. We got another review? All these reviews. We should be at 4,000 likes by now. Another review, bro? I'm out, bro. Y'all have a good night. Oh, my gosh. All right, man. Well, speaking of reviews, let me know how you feel about reviews in the chat. Give me one word to describe how you feel about reviews. Speaking of reviews, since we're going back to another review, let me go ahead and tell you how you can review your life by going and checking out National University. Review your academics. If you want to go back to school and you're like, man, I'm reviewing my life right now and I don't have enough time or capacity, we can go to National University, online schooling, 4 and 8 week online courses that help you balance work, life, and school. You can start sooner and finish faster. NU is an accredited nonprofit university that helps you live your life and achieve your goals. They are one of the largest private nonprofit universities in the U.S. with 50,000 plus students and 250,000 plus grads, over 150 degree programs. Check out their flexible curriculum online program offerings. Link down in the description. They awarded 50 million plus in scholarships last year. So if you're thinking about going back to school, check out National University and their course offerings. All right, we're finally back. Cavs miss a shot. Drummond pulls it in after the 10 millionth review of the quarter. We're not even halfway through yet. Oubre tried to slam it down. Drummond got it back, put it up and in. Somehow it is a 6-point game. The Sixers are doing Sixer things right now. There is absolutely no way they should be in this game, but yet they are. Once again, shout out to National University, man. Appreciate them for sponsoring the channel. Let them help you review your academic goals the way that the referees love reviewing this game. Shout out NU, man. Proud partner of the show. Here's a floater from the Cavs. They missed it, got it back. It's a 6-point game. Merrill chucks up a 3 and drills it. Every time I'm like, man, the Sixers got a good grasp right here. They're about to make a comeback. Then the Cavs just hit a big 3. And by the way, man, Maxey feels like he's been out for a while, right? Maxey feels like he's been out for a while, man. 9-point lead. VJ at half court, getting strapped by Lonzo Ball. Now VJ takes it the distance, floats it up. It was smacked away. They're going to say out on the Cavs, back to Philly. Maybe it just feels like he's been out for a year because of all the reviews. Or maybe he's just tired as heck. Maybe Maxey's gassed. We need 2 more likes, man. Who's going to get us the 400? Get us to 400, man. Trying to wake up our neighbors. So not only was last night's game feeling like it took 3 hours because, 3 hours too long because it was later, but now they are going to extend this game for another hour because of reviews. $2 super chat from Poke Life. Thank you for the super chat, man. Think those first couple VJ games were luck or no? No, I'm not going to say luck. Personally, I feel like they were running a lot of the offense through VJ. Now, again, some of it is he just doesn't look as good as he did in the first couple games, and teams adapt, they adjust. I think it's a mixture of both. I think they need to generate more looks for VJ. I don't think he has the ball enough, but in the first couple games, he also was unconscious from 3, from the mid-range. He's doing all these crazy dribble moves. Like, it was just a little different with how they were playing. So I think it's a mixture of both, but I wouldn't say it was luck. 400 likes, let's go. Wake up the neighbors. Piss them off. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wake them the hell up, man. They're going to hear about these referees, whether it's now or in game 75 of the year. They're going to hear about them. Let's piss them off, man. Don Boyle sending a Philly Take membership. Woo! MVPs for Don Boyle in the chat. This game feels like it should be in the middle of the third quarter, but we are not even halfway into the second quarter. Ray says, turn those sirens down. I live next door. I'm busy hating the Sixers. Is Ray my neighbor? Breaking news. I saw my boy Corporate B Pump in the chat, rocking the suit and tie. Corporate B Pump. B Pump in the chat. Now we have more free throws coming up. Trendon Watford. First one is good. Second one is good for Trendon Watford. So, believe it or not, the Sixers have 29 bench points, which is more than their starters right now. Lonzo Ball just did a nasty spin off of VJ Edgecombe. Couldn't hit the 3, though. Cavaliers have gone ice cold, man. Game of runs, as we said yesterday. Maxey's back in, by the way. It's a game of runs. We saw it yesterday, firsthand. Somehow the Sixers are fighting, and they're back in this. Question is, can they withhold and actually really get back in this? Oubre missed a shot. Watford tried to rebound it. He couldn't hold on, and it's going back to Cleveland. Busy says refs making this game unwatchable. I think that's a good take. Garland going to drive, float it up, missed it. Drummond thinks about the rebound, then doesn't get it. Allen puts it up and in. Drummond, I'm not going to get mad at you, I promise, but you are pissing me off. Sixers starters are nowhere to be found. I think they're all gassed out. Watford missed the shot. Drummond the rebound. Maxey up to VJ. VJ for 3. It's short. So VJ Edgecombe is now 2 for 7. Three ball from Tyson, and it rolled up and in. I'm telling you, man, this dude Tyson's been playing his butt off right now. Been playing really well for the Cavs. Oubre the floater, and that was a bad shot selection. Cavs get it back. 5:10 to go in the second quarter. Merrill going to find Lonzo, switches it over to Tyson for 3, and he misses a wide open triple. Here come the Sixers. Watford up the floor. He's going to turn the corner, drive, float it up, and in. Trendon Watford is cooking right now.
He's on fire!
Trendon, and then the Cavs throw it away. Woo! 830 people in the live chat. Get us to 500 likes. We are 80 away. Let's go. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here, man. We do this every single game. Pre-game, live game, post-game. Locked in with you. Don't go anywhere. Let's go. Got some Cavs fans in the chat. Says, love the channel, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate you being here. All Cavs fans are welcome as well. Just be respectful. Maxey fouled going downhill. So it is Tyrese Maxey for a pair at the line. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. First one good for Tyrese Maxey. Maxey had 3 turnovers in the first 4 minutes of the game. He's got 6 points, only has shot the ball 3 times. Hasn't really played a lot. Maybe Nurse is trying to manage some of his minutes. Maxey going to knock down a pair. There's Jared McCain and Paul George on the bench. Paul George with the low cut. Here's Evan Mobley at the top, coming around a screen. Mobley at the mid-range, kicks it back to Mitchell, guarded by Oubre. Mitchell going to find a cutting Mobley. Mobley dribbling, driving, in, goes up, missed it. Drummond pats the ball up in the air, and Oubre comes down with it. Just a funny rebound attempt by Drummond. Here's VJ Edgecombe on the perimeter. He's going to drive, go downhill through 2 men, goes up, can't get it, stuffed. Here come the Cavaliers. Garland brings it down the floor. Garland going full head of steam, coast to coast, goes right up and in, wanted the foul and get it. So now we have 4 minutes to play here in this second. Maxey goes a million miles an hour, blows right by everybody on the defense, lays it up and in. Maxey with back-to-back points there. So he's got 4 in the last minute. Lonzo at the mid-range. Tried to find Merrill, and he threw it away. It's weird, man. The Cavaliers look like a team that has never played with each other before. Grimes, no look to Drummond. Drummond goes up and puts it in. Yo, what is going on right now? Dude, the Cavs look like they don't give a crap right now. There's Donovan Mitchell coming around his screen, finds the mid-range, puts it high up into the air, and dropped it in. 10-point lead for the Cavs. I feel like the Sixers cannot get it below 10 for like 5 minutes. Here's Tyrese Maxey working against Mobley, drives and kicks. Grimes wide open 3, it's short. VJ gets the rebound. Maxey, the drive, kicks out to Grimes. Another one from Grimes. This one misses. Come on, Q Dot. Now Mobley's wide open for 3. Dude, the Cavs are like, are they trolling? Let's go. 3 ball from Maxey, and he cashes it home.
He's on fire!
Tyrese Maxey with a 7-0 run for himself. And it is a 5-point game. I'll be completely honest with y'all, man. This is surprising. This is surprising. 830 people in the chat. Get us to 500 likes right now, man. Corporate B Pump with a $5 super chat. He says, VJ Edge Brick is killing me. Shaking my head. Wish we had Ace right there. B Pump, man. You are going to, you're going to, look, they're already throwing tomatoes at you, man. I didn't even say it. They're already egging you with tomatoes, B Pump. B Pump is starting to become the hater of all time. I'll be honest with y'all, man. Here's my takeaway on this game so far. I don't even need to do a halftime show. The Cavaliers are either trolling or they really just do not care about this game tonight. They're like, we're going to win anyway, so let's just mess around for the last 10 minutes. The Cavaliers came out of the gate running and gunning, firing up everything. They couldn't miss. And now they're like walking around the floor. They're just like, here you go. Here you go. Oh, let me chuck it across the court into the third row. I don't know, man. This is pretty odd. But the Sixers are now down by 5. So we are coming back, man. We are coming back somehow, some way. We'll see if the 76ers can actually do this. I mean, that would be huge. If the 76ers can win this game somehow, I do not care about last night anymore. But something tells me the Cavaliers are just kind of playing the wait and see mode, and they're just like waiting to turn it on in the third quarter when the Sixers can't do anything. I don't know. All right, chat, let's go. Get us up to 500, man. We're halfway there. Interesting game so far, to say the least. Tyrese Maxey has scored the last 7 points. He's on an 11-4 run, the team is, last 2 minutes. This could be their opportunity to get back in it. .235 to go here in the second quarter. Mitchell at the logo, guarded by Kelly Oubre. Mitchell working. Trying to find space. Kelly right up in his grill. Mitchell lost the ball. They're going to say it's a foul on Quentin Grimes? Just because Sam Merrill fell to the hardwood? They're going to call a foul on that? It's wild, man. Both teams in the bonus. So now it's Sam Merrill going to the line for 2. $2 super chat from Jack Dwight. Jack, thank you so much, man. He says VJ is playing like he does not belong. Too passive. What do you guys think about VJ, man? What do you think about VJ? I think, yeah, VJ's not really like asserting himself a lot like he was before. I do think VJ's got to be a little more aggressive. Sitting in the corner a lot. Watford finds Maxey, 10 on the shot clock. Maxey one-on-one, dribbling, turning, spinning, fading. Maxey again. Drummond tried to tap it in. He missed. Here come the Cavaliers. Mitchell out to the corner. Garland for 3. It's money. Maybe the Cavaliers just, are trying to acclimate Garland back into the mix. Cavs are shooting 46% from 3. Maxey floats up the oop, and Drummond slams it down with the flush. 68-60. Mobley down low. Mobley going to turn and spin. He finds Merrill. Back to Mobley, and that one was tapped away, and they lost it out of bounds, so it's going to be Sixers ball. Keep in mind, like I said, Cavs have the 3rd best defense in the NBA right now. Maxey floats one up off the bank. Got it. Yo, Tyrese is starting to get going now. You got to give Maxey credit for having this kind of effort on a back-to-back. Garland wants a quick three. He missed it by a lot. Drummond picks it up. Here come the Sixers. 6-point game. 2 possessions. Drummond's got 10 points and 9 boards. He's starting to play well. Maxey from deep. Maxey!
He's on
Come
fire!
on! He is starting to cook, man. Mitchell wants to answer with a 3. That's sure. It's a 3-point game. Sixers with a chance to tie. Here's Maxey again. Maxey step back 3. It's short. Nobody crashed the board other than VJ. Here come the Cavs. Mitchell going all the way. He's blocked by Watford and they call a foul. $12 points in the second quarter for Tyrese Maxey. Listen, man, you got to give Tyrese a lot of credit. You have to give Tyrese a lot of credit. Because this is not what the old Maxey would do. Like, he is playing like an MVP right now. He's playing like he wants it. And he is, he's doing this every game. He's doing this every game, and he's not stopping. He's not stopping, man. Got to give Maxey credit, man. Playing this way on the second of a back-to-back. 10 seconds to play here in the second. Oubre to Maxey. Maxey at the top. He dribbles, drives downhill, goes right to the rim, up and in. Tyrese Maxey again. Mitchell up the floor. Garland for 3. Couldn't get it at the buzzer. But ladies and gentlemen, against my wishes, the 76ers are going to make this game cardiac. Somehow, some way, they have found themselves in an opportunity to stay in this game. Welcome into the halftime segment here on Philly Take with RB. It is 70-67. And I said like 10 minutes ago, I mean, the second quarter, if somebody has the time, let me know. It felt like it was an hour long. But with all the reviews and everything that went on, the 76ers somehow battle back and they score 40 in the second quarter. And it was primarily due to Tyrese Maxey, but it is now a 3-point game at halftime. So we have an opportunity to win this game. And if they could somehow do this, it changes everything. But I want to talk about what has changed in the second quarter. And I want to talk about everything. But first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what time it is. I need you to give me one word in the chat to describe this game. I feel, honestly, like we're going to get some interesting words tonight. But I want you to drop one word in the chat to describe this game. Jack Dwight, $2 super chat, says Nurse does not keep enough rebounding on the floor. I agree, Jack. They have a lot of good power forward play right now. I think you're exactly right. They need to, especially against a team like the Cavaliers who run 2 bigs, combat that with more size and athleticism. I don't know why Jabari Walker starts every game and he plays 10 minutes the entire game. That's just one example. Speaking of power forwards, we'll talk about Watford. He's cooking right now. So I agree with you, man. But give me one word in the chat right now to describe this game. How would you describe this game? How would you sum it up? I want to give you a word. I feel like everybody's going to say the same word as me. So I'm going to try to think of a different word. I think the word that I would use to describe this game is perplexing. And the reason I say perplexing is because what we just saw in the second quarter does not make a lot of sense. It does not make sense. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I mean with that, and I'm going to read out a couple of the best words. But before I do that, let's go ahead and check over on our Sleepers picks and give a huge shout out to our great partner of the show, Sleeper. Download the Sleeper app. Use the code PhillyTake when you sign up. Get a 100% deposit match up to $100 over on Sleeper. Right now, if you just download the app, you can get a free $20 entry, your first one. Go check out Sleeper, where you pick the overs or the unders. It's like a game with inside a game. And at the beginning of the game, we picked Andre Drummond over 0.5 threes. That was just for fun, because I feel like Drummond's going to end up shooting a three. I got to give Drummond credit. He's made me look stupid, because I said he was playing terrible to begin the game. I called him a 1990s computer, and he is playing well now, but he has not shot a three. Adem Bona, I had over 5.5 boards. He's at 2. And Kelly Oubre over 1.5 threes. He is at 1 right now. So not looking too hot with the picks, but maybe you can make picks that are better than me. And you can make picks in real time, even during the game for the second half. So go check it out. Download the Sleeper app. Use the code PhillyTake. Get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Stop sleeping on Sleeper. Terms apply. Operational in 25 states. Go check them out. All right, ladies and gentlemen. The reason I say that this game is perplexing is because in the second quarter, the Cavaliers, who got Darius Garland back for his first game of the season and helped the Cavaliers start off this game on a 17-4 run, where they looked like they were going to win this game by 55 points, absolutely stopped doing everything. Now, I don't want to take away credit from the Sixers, but the Cavaliers are the third best defense in the NBA right now through the first 7 games. And they literally just stopped playing in the second quarter. There were so many possessions where they're like throwing it 50, yards down the field, like trying to throw a touchdown, a Hail Mary into the stands. Or they're like not going for second chance points. They did a lot of that in the first quarter. There was like 3-4 rebounds on one possession. They're just kind of like walking around, like not caring. I don't know if they don't care or if they're like, we're going to win this game anyway. Or maybe they're tired of the quarter going for an hour and a half. But the Cavaliers literally stopped playing in the second quarter. And they have now given momentum to the 76ers to get back in this game. So that is why my word is perplexing, because to me, it doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. All right, let's go to the chat, man. Confusing, says Macy. Exertion, says Busy. Interesting. Confounding. Confusing. Perpendicular. Slow. Puzzling. Investigation. Seesaw. Resiliency. Reversion. Shootout. Typical. Prophylactic. Annoying. Mundane. Maturation. Perplexing. Resurgence. Embeedlessness. Feisty. Sanguine. Rockability. What else? Andre Windows 95 Drummond. That's how he was playing in the first quarter. It doesn't make sense. Drummond now at halftime's got 10 and 9 and 2 blocks. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I don't know what happened. But my one word is perplexing. This game makes no sense. Ruben Hyman in the chat. What's up, my guy? Shout out Ruben. Don Boyle in the chat. Josh in the chat. Busy in the chat. Alba says Cavs second quarter was us in the fourth last night. Literally, how many points did they score in a second? How many points did the Cavs score? 29? Doesn't feel like 29. Couple shout outs I want to give here at halftime. Tyrese Maxey looked awful in the first quarter. He had 3 turnovers in the first 4 minutes of the game. Maxey started hooping in the second quarter. He went on a 7-0 run by himself. He dropped 14 points in the second quarter, and he started to look like himself again. I didn't know if he would look like himself tonight because he is on the second of a back-to-back. He's playing 42 minutes a game, and he was exhausted. but he started to get his groove going after a nice long rest from Nick Nurse. I also have to give a shout out to Trendon Watford. Trendon Watford was the spark plug when Maxey went out. Watford came in. He's actually running the offense at some points, which is surprising. 13 points for Trendon, 4 assists, 1 rebound, 4 for 6 from the field. Trendon Watford has done a great job tonight. And I got to give a shout out to Andre Drummond, man. 10 points and 9 boards. 2 blocks. I didn't think they had it early in this game. Bona and Drummond looked terrible to begin this game. And Bona has not played that well, but Drummond started hooping as well. And it all kind of, again, fell apart for the Cavs in the second quarter. And they let the Sixers come right back in. I mean, you're not getting any production from Grimes tonight. He's 1 for 6. Oubre's 2 for 8. VJ is 2 for 8. There's no way this should be a 3-point game. But similar to last night, as I said in the first quarter, it's a game of runs. This is why I'd rather be down at the beginning than be up. Because it always happens. I talked about this on a postgame show last night. Somebody called in and we talked about this. I said, if for some reason, it always goes this way. I don't understand why. But if the Sixers can find a way to pull this off, it changes everything. And it would make me feel a lot better. It would make me feel a lot better about last night. Do I think the Sixers have enough juice? That's another story, because I think, again, the Cavs are going to come out firing in the third quarter. The Sixers are the worst team in the NBA in the third quarter. They're a minus 75 for the season. And the third quarter has been their kryptonite. So at the beginning of this game, and I'll wrap up with this, I said the Sixers were either going to win in cardiac fashion in the most Sixers way possible because they should not win this game, or the Cavs were going to win by 35. At first, it looked like the Cavs were going to win by 35. Now I feel like the Sixers might actually win, but we will know in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. Because again, the second quarter was like one of those weird quarters where there was 4 reviews back to back. It felt like it took an hour and a half. If the Cavs come out firing to begin the second half and they just start going on a run, I'll be like, all right, man, we're not winning this game. But then again, maybe the Sixers will fool me. That's what they've done all season. Nick Nurse has to continue to go deep into the rotation. Justin Edwards, I thought, had a nice couple minutes there. 6 points, 3 boards. Trendon Watford cooking. If VJ and Grimes get going, maybe they can win this game. What do you think? What do you think? Let me know in the chat. Can the Sixers win this game? Ruben says, tell the boys to get smelling salts and lock in. Somebody's got to tell the Sixers in the locker room, like, yo, if y'all win this game, you're completely absolved from yesterday. Like, we don't care about yesterday anymore if you win this game. This would be a huge win, especially to come back the way you did. I mean, Sixers are shooting pretty well from 3. Free throws not looking too hot thanks to Adem Bona, but they're out rebounding the Cavs. They're playing well. It was a great second quarter. Will they continue to run up tempo? Will they continue to play fast? We will see. We will see, man. $2 super chat. Jack Dwight says Embiid looks like Tarzan, soft as Jane. Embiid's not playing tonight, so I'm not going to talk about Embiid, but I think, again, we're seeing when you run through the guards, you always have a chance to win. That's my takeaway on it. It feels like every game is a tale of 2 halves, and every half is a tale of 2 halves. What do you think? Can the Sixers win this game? By the way, we need 10 more likes, get us to 500, and get us to the big 1K. Push us through the algorithm. We do this every single game. We give you 4+ hours of dedicated coverage. We'll take your phone calls after the game. Part of me feels like the Sixers are going to win this game because they shouldn't. That's my takeaway. We'll see what happens, man. We will see. But we are in for an interesting second half. And we'll see how it plays out, man. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. It's going to be interesting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back in just a moment. Do not go anywhere. 800 people in the chat. We'll get locked and loaded in for this second half. Be back in just a moment. We are back. Sixers Game Day live show presented by our friends at National University. As always, we're powered by the Sleeper app. And we just hit the big 500. Let's go. Wake up the neighbors, man. Let's go. Yes, sir. The neighbors were talking that talk. I heard them mumbling, man. Wake them up. Yes, sir. We got to piss them off a little bit, man. The Sixers are back in this somehow. 70-67. First 5 minutes are going to tell me whether they're winning this game or not. Just like that, they turn it over. Mobley, Mitchell, Garland, Tyson, back to Garland, up to Mitchell. Mitchell from deep. It's in and out. Board goes back to Allen, and he stuffs down the jam. Bona couldn't defend it. 5-point game. Like I said, we'll see how this third quarter begins. But very interesting game so far. Very unpredictable. Jabari Walker is back in the game. VJ up top. He's trapped. Nowhere to go. VJ finds Walker. 4-3 on the shot clock. Walker. Bona corner three. It's short. Bona dives on the floor, and he hit the out-of-bounds line. Bona worked on that jump shot a lot this summer. Haven't seen it in action, but the release didn't look too bad. Let's go, man. Let's go. Drop some likes, drop the subscribe, drop some yes sirs in the chat. Let's piss off the neighbors. Howard, what is your deal with Jared McCain, dude? McCain's not even playing, bro. Some of y'all just have these weird, like, hate things, bro. It's weird. Guy's not even playing tonight. Your neighbors have the earliest bedtime. That's why we got to wake them up. That's why we got to wake them up. Come on. One of these games, they'll call the cops. Not tonight, though. Garland for 3. It's short. Bona with the rebound. Bona's got to play a lot better in the second half. Here's Tyrese Maxey with the rock. Had 14 in the second quarter alone. Maxey going to drive, float it up, and in. 20 for Maxey and counting. 4 in the first quarter, 14 in the second. Now he's up to 20. Allen lays it up and in. Bona couldn't get to it, but it missed. Here comes Tyrese Maxey again. Run it through the MVP. Maxey, crossover, step back, trying to find some space. Walker up to Maxey. Maxey gets double teamed to the corner. Kelly, spot up for 3. He got it.
He's on fire.
Kelly! Woo! Kelly tried to pick that pass. Here's Mitchell down to Allen, goes up, and he's fouled by Bona. Let's go, chat. I want to hear y'all, man. Otherwise, I can't look at the chat, man. We got to get this thing on fire. We're back in this, man. We are back in this. Let's go, man. Allen going to knock down the first free throw. Does anybody else think like I do? Like, this team makes no sense so far. Like, they'll just be up by 20, then they lose the lead. They'll be down by 20, then they come back. Like, is this what we're going to have to deal with all season long? So it is 74-72 after the free throws. 9:39 to go in the third. Maxey guarded by Darius Garland, his buddy. Maxey going to dribble, drive into the lane, lost it, and he was fouled. The Kentucky buddies. Maxey drives to the rim, turns, spins, puts it up from 3, was blocked. Allen all the way up the floor, running the break. Garland to a cutting Tyson down low. Mobley slams it down and one. He's fouled by Kelly Oubre. Free throw is good. 3-point play for the Cavaliers. 77-72. I need to see this chat get up, man. Let's go. Come on. Come on. VJ Edgecombe at the top, working against Donovan Mitchell. Here's VJ Edgecombe. Edgecombe crossing over, driving downhill, kicks it back, and he threw it away. Another turnover. Tyson, Mobley taps it. Wow, how did he finish that? How did he get that to go? That's unbelievable. Somebody's down on the floor. I don't know who it was. Timeout Sixers. Did they get up? I think it was Jabari Walker. Oh, Jabari Walker took a hard hit at the end of that. Hopefully he's all right. Yeah, honestly, I'm shading towards the side of like the Cavaliers just stopped playing in the second quarter. I feel like they can just turn it on whenever they want. I don't know how Mobley tapped that in. That was a ridiculous alley-oop, but the Sixers tie up the game, and then the Cavaliers just go on a quick 7-0 run. How do you guys feel about this game so far? Matter of fact, let's go ahead and let's see who we got in the chat. We got to get it heated up a little bit in here, man. Let's see who the MVP of the chat is tonight. This is the one time in our game stream where we allow y'all to spam in the chat. I want to see who is most active in the live chat. So let's give a shout out to some of the MVPs. Only a few. See who can get the most comments flowing in the chat, man. Shout out to the members. Shout out to the mods. If y'all want to become a member, get all those cool emojis in the chat. Hit that link pinned or hit the join button on your screen. Let's go, man. See who we got up in here. I know it's a second of a back-to-back, and we're all running on fumes, but we're here, man. We're here. What was the Cavaliers' biggest lead in this game? 17? Every time the Sixers get it close or tied up, they just go on a big run. See, depressed Sixers fan in the chat. Let's go. Who else is in here, man? AJ and Devontae, winner of our trivia tonight. AJ, what's up, man? What else we got up in here, man? Shout out to the MVPs of the chat. Poke Life has been in here. Estelle, what's good? Busy B. Josh, what's up? Jimenez. Don Boyle. New number. Ruben Hyman. Just say L. What else we got up in here? Don Boyle, let's go, man. Keep coloring the chat up, man. Y'all are amazing. Let's go. All right, Sixers need to score the basketball now. Sixers need to score the basketball. Here's Tyrese Maxey. Maxey against Jalen Tyson. He's been guarding him well tonight. Oubre turns the corner, drives into the paint, turns, spins back to Maxey, going full head of speed, downhill. Couldn't get it to go. Mitchell down the other end, crossover, drive all the way to the rim, up and in. No rim protection. You got to get Drummond back in the game. You have to get Drummond back in. Cavs are on a 9-0 run. Oh, wait, there's Drummond. He is back in. Maxey drives back to Drummond. Oh, he was thinking about that three-pointer. I know he wanted it. Maxey over to Oubre. Oubre for three. It's off. Drummond fighting for the board. Pats it away. Grimes dives on top of it. And Tyson's going to wrap it up. So it's Jalen Tyson and Quentin Grimes. Jump ball coming up. Referees are chatting right now. I thought they were about to do another review. They had 4 of them back-to-back in the second quarter. Quentin Grimes going to win the jump ball. Drummond with a drop step, and he elbows Allen on the side of the head. So Drummond thought it was 2009, and he tried to pull a move out of the bag that wasn't there. So now it is going back to Cleveland. Very interesting game. Donovan Mitchell at the top finds a cutting Allen. Allen tried to dunk it. He had to adjust mid-air and still was able to put it in one hand over Quentin Grimes. So now it's an 11-point game again. Oubre to Grimes. Grimes coming around the screen, finds Oubre. Oubre one-on-one against Mobley. Oubre trying to find space. Nobody's moving. Everybody's standing still. Move! Maxey one-on-one. Maxey drives. Tough shot. All contest. Dude, what the hell is this offense, man? Mitchell, Allen, wide open dunk. Nurse, you got to draw up a play, bro. You got to draw up a play. Grimes ISO. I mean, we're just ISOing every play. Drummond, dribble handoff. VJ, pull up, mid-range, missed it. Drummond gets sent to the ground. He was tackled in the open field. So it's going to stay with Philly. Tyrese Maxey working against Jalen Tyson. Now Grimes comes off an off-ball screen, goes right to the rim, up and in. Good finish by Quentin Grimes. Probably the first thing he's done well tonight. 85-74. Here's Sam Merrill back in the game. Got a contract extension this offseason. Garland the no-look. Lonzo Mobley puts it up and missed it. Here's Quentin Grimes. Grimes guarded by Merrill, and he traveled. So I know everybody's probably going to chalk this up to like, oh, they just, they're on the second of a back-to-back, and, we didn't expect them to win. But honestly, after that second quarter, they had a real chance to, like, make this a game, and they still do. But I just don't like the way that we're playing right now. Mobley lost it again. They're trying to give the Sixers a chance. Here's Trendon Watford back in the game. Watford had a big first half, probably his best so far as a Sixer. Maxey, now Watford ISOing, back to Maxey ISOing. Maxey dribbles, drives, turns, spins. He's in traffic. Watford all the way, puts it up, off balance, left it short. Tapped away by Mobley, 2 on the shot clock. It's going to stay with Philly. We got 850 people in here. Get us to 600 likes. Hit the subscribe button. Welcome into the show. We do it every single game. Drummond for 3. Drummond! What did I tell y'all, man? Shout out Sleeper. Mobley for 3 on the other end. Can't get it to go. Sixers pick it up. Grimes, dribble, drive. Trendon Watford now to Tyrese Maxey. And we have a foul. Yo, Sleeper's picks, man. We took Drummond over on the 3s. We took Drummond on the 3s at 0.5. Let's go. Drummond. Woo! And he did the celly with it. He did the celly with it. Oh my gosh, yo. Shout out Sleeper, man. Here's Trendon Watford working against Sam Merrill. Kicks it back. Maxey, 3, 2. Maxey, baseline. Got it off the dribble. Are the Sixers doing it again? Are they doing it again? Craig Porter coming around the screen, dribbles into the paint, drives, floats it up, it's short, and the putback by Tyson. Got to get those boards, man. Maxey, Oubre, Grimes, Watford, and Drummond. Watford to the rim. He lost the ball. Tapped away, though, by Cleveland. It's going to stay with Philly. Dude, let's go, man. Andre Drumgod. All it took was calling Drummond a 1995 PC. They're calling him Andre Windows Drummond in the chat. Crazy, man. Crazy. Maxey going to inbound to Grimes. Grimes dribbles, drives, finds Maxey. Maxey speeds up, goes into the defender. It's a blocking foul on Sam Merrill. So Tyrese Maxey going to the line for two, trying to keep this team in it. Maxey had 14 points in the second quarter. Chat, how are we feeling? How are we feeling about this game, chat? That's what I want to know. How are we feeling about this game? 900 people. I want to hear you all in the chat, man. First one missed by Tyrese Maxey. Let's give some shout out to our members, man. The ones that go above and beyond to support us. Don Boyle, Keon Senzu, Class. We have, who else? Busy B, Estelle. Shout out to the members, man. Busy says we're just vibing. I guess so, man. That's the vibe of tonight. We're just vibing. Maxey going to knock down the second. Let's go, man. Get us up to 600 likes. We're almost there. It's going to take a concerted effort to keep them in this game, but somehow they are doing it. Mitchell throws it away. Here go the Cavs again. Here go the Cavs. Not giving a crap. Let's go. Here come the Sixers. Grimes against Merrill. Now Maxey. Maxey against Merrill. Maxey full head of steam. Maxey floats it up. It's short. Allen the rebound. 4 minutes to play. Lonzo Allen, what a dime. Wide open dunk. That was an absolute dart by Lonzo Ball. This game makes no sense, man. Watford, Maxey. Dude, every possession is just Maxey ISO. Maxey missed it at the rim. Cavs with an advantage. Drummond goes tumbling. 3-on-3. Mitchell, pull up, 3, bang. This offense is getting on my nerves. This offense is getting on my nerves. Timeout, Nick Nurse. Timeout, Nick Nurse. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to like the stream and subscribe to the show. We do this every game. 4.5 hours of dedicated coverage. I want to scream so loud that the neighbors call the cops because I'm frustrated watching this game now. I wasn't frustrated, then I was, then I wasn't, and the Sixers just like to play with your emotions. They like to just play with your emotions. I don't even know what the Sixers game plan is right now. I got to take a 30-second break. I'm pissed off, man. Let's hear a word from our presenting sponsor. I'll be right back, man.
Meet my better half. National University supports all her aunts. With personalized attention, she can be a student and a family ringleader and a role model and an aspiring principal and a force of nature. She's an Ander. National University, supporting all your aunts.
All right. I took a breath. I took a deep breath, and I need somebody to relay this stream to the Cleveland Cavaliers arena. What's their arena called now? I think it has a new name, right? Let me look it up. Let me look it up. Did the Cavaliers change their arena name or no? Yeah, the Rocket Arena. I don't remember it being called the Rocket Arena. But anyway, I need somebody to like wire this stream into the Rocket Arena and put it on the big board, okay? You just see RB's face and they're like, who the heck is this guy on our scoreboard? And I need y'all to tell Nick Nurse to run a play. I need y'all to run a play. Please. Nurse. Listen, y'all remember I did the interview with Nick Nurse, right? Maybe y'all haven't been around. How long have you guys been watching the channel for, man? How long have you guys been watching the channel? Y'all remember I did the interview with Nick Nurse. I met Nurse, man. He's a cool dude, man. Nurse, you got to listen to me right now. I'm not a coach, I promise. But please run a play. Please run a play, man. Please. There's the inbound to Bona, and Bona double clutched, and it was plucked. Grimes, VJ, Watford, Edwards, and Bona. Lonzo with 3. He actually tried to dish it into the paint. There was a foul. And listen, I came into tonight not expecting a lot. I came in not expecting a lot, but like the Cavs are trying to give you an opportunity to stay in this game, man. They want you to stay in this game. I don't know, man. Donovan Mitchell comes around the screen, gets double teamed. Here's Jalen Tyson. Craig Porter. Porter, Allen, up and in. Yeah, how do you guys feel about Adem Bona? I've been kind of disappointed with Bona. Like, remember the first couple games where he just came in and had like 5 blocks in 8 minutes? Where's that Adem Bona? Edwards, turnaround fade, drills it. Come on, man. I've been watching this channel for 2 years, just started joining on the live streams. Let's go, man. No matter how long you guys have been watching the channel, shout out to you. Shout out to you. It's a long season. We're going to be here all year. Hopefully this year we'll be back doing playoff live streams for the Sixers. We did live streams in the playoffs for other teams. They were a lot of fun. We shattered a lot of stream records, but hopefully we'll get back to Sixers playoff live streams. But to do that, they have to win games. Let me ask you guys this. Are you blaming this game right now more on the Sixers being tired and not having energy, or are you blaming it on the play style? That's my question to the chat. How do you guys feel about Bona as well? Somebody said he has a low basketball IQ. Somebody said he just jumps high. Watford tries to find the back door. VJ couldn't get out to it. Man, VJ 2 for 10? Don't do this to us, man. Oubre 3 for 10? Mitchell step back 3, and yeah, there it is. I hate to say that I know ball this well, but I kind of do, man. I mean, I can predict this game to a T. Edwards for 3, off. I just call the games, but I literally call what is happening. Porter wide open, corner 3. Just missed. Grimes full head of steam. Goes coast to coast. Easy bucket. Donovan Mitchell working against Edwards. Step back 3. Oh my gosh. I said he would have 36. He's got 34. Oh. Grimes fouled by Lonzo Ball. In all seriousness, man, the game to win was last night. So again, it's like a double-edged sword here because I didn't expect the Sixers to have a ton of energy, especially when Maxey, Oubre, and VJ are playing the most minutes in the NBA. But the Cavs are also trying to give you a chance. Also, another thing I want to say, and I know some people get mad at me after the game. They're like, oh, you missed this or missed that. Listen, man, I'm trying to call a 3-hour game and pay attention and read the chat and all that. So I don't catch everything always on the first attempt. But there's one thing I do realize. The Sixers are a historically bad third quarter team. Merrill for 3, he drills it. And you know what? I think Jared McCain can help that. Quentin Grimes has to play better. But there's no reason this team should be getting smacked every third quarter like this.
Let's go.
They are a historically bad third quarter team right now. For my video tomorrow, I'm going to look up the worst third quarter teams in NBA history, and I bet the Sixers are at the top. Make sure y'all turn on notifications, man. Watch the videos too. You get a lot of good insight in there. A lot of good stats. Sixers are now down by 20. Donovan Mitchell has 36 points, which is what I predicted he would have. Told you, Donovan Mitchell doesn't miss against Philly. That's why I picked him for my leading scorer prediction tonight.
Hey, well, I play Call of Duty.
DJ Edwards. Edwards drives in, floats it up, short again, and it's out of bounds. Cavs ball. But listen, man, we're going to be here all season no matter what. It's still going to be a good year. Just couldn't have lost that game last night. That's why it was tough. Mitchell to the corner, 3-ball, Porter short. We are headed to the fourth quarter. All of a sudden, it is a 20-point deficit. I told you that they would show us if they were going to have a chance in this game or not. And it's starting to get out of hands. Starting to get out of hand. $5 super chat, Corporate B Pump. He says, thought we drafted VJ to guard the ball. Why is he hiding on Jordan Tyson? Shaking my head. Corporate B Pump is turning into a VJ hater. B Pump hates Joel. Now he hates VJ. What do y'all think about B Pump's comments? Give me your thoughts in the chat. Amatic, $5 super chat. What's up, my man? It says, RB, we need a real point guard bad or a coach to run an offense. Nurse sucks. Every man is doing ISO with a screen here and there. That's what I said. I agree. See, that's the part that I'm mad at right now. Like, I didn't expect them to win this game deep down, but why are you not running an offense? That is like, now I'm starting to get like little flashes like boom here and boom there of last year and, you know, running absolutely no offense for 3.5 quarters and then getting smacked at the end of the third quarter and losing the game. Like, that's what I'm starting to feel. I think the Sixers have a better talented team to make up for it. But I'm being honest with you, I think playing all the guys this many minutes is starting to come back to bite already. Tyrese Maxey has played the most minutes in the NBA. VJ Edgecombe has played the second most, and Kelly Oubre has played the third most. The only other guy up there is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's because they've had 5 overtime games. These guys are gassed, man. But why? Even if they're going to play tonight, why not run an offense? Why not run an offense? I haven't seen any screens in that third quarter. I saw one Quentin Grimes 3 off of a flare screen. That was the only thing I saw the entire quarter. This feels like a scheduled loss. This feels like a scheduled loss. It was a 3-point game at halftime. It is now a 20-point game. They got outscored by 17 in the third quarter. I mean, it's wild, man. It's wild. Mitchell drives, lays it up and in. I guess my prediction about the Cavs was right. They were just trolling in the second quarter. They were just trolling in the second quarter, and now they came back to, put their foot on the gas pedal. Edwards for three. It's short. Drummond tries to save the rebound. He lost it out of bounds. Almost stepped on the cameraman. Corporate Brian Pumper, $5 super chat. Beat Pump. He says, I'm serious. Why is VJ not guarding the best perimeter player? He's supposedly a lockdown on-ball defender. Can't tell. Then we got a foul on the other end. You know, you got a point, B-Pump. I haven't even really been paying attention to that. I've just been seeing Mitchell cook all over the place. But I don't know. I don't know what the plan is with VJ Edgecombe. I don't know what they're doing and why they're doing. I don't know anything. I don't know what they're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, if you agree with Brian Pumper's take, drop a fire emoji in the chat. And if you disagree, drop a tomato in the chat. What do you guys think about Brian Pumper's take? So the Sixers are getting blasted now. It is 23 points on the lead after the free throws. Oubre turns, spins, puts it up, missed it again. Still no offense, by the way. Now I'm getting concerned about Nick Nurse. Backdoor cut. Nobody moves. Nance wide open dunk. Oubre pops up a three and drills it. 112.90. 10:30 to play. Cavs wide open bucket. Tyrese Maxey finds Kelly Oubre. Oubre for three. It's short. Porter up the floor. Donovan Mitchell. Another deep three. Short. Nance the rebound. Jalen Tyson at the top of the key. Donovan Mitchell again. 5 on the shot clock. Mitchell dribbles, drives, floats it up and in. I think he's got 40 now. It's 40 piece for Donovan Mitchell. Yes, sir. And one Quentin Grimes.
Let's go.
Free throw is good for Quentin Grimes. I'm sorry, I can't even get hype about that because I'm just kind of ticked off now. But I'm here no matter what, win or lose. That's what we do. And we are going to talk about this post game. Drummond, Edwards, Maxey. Maxey dribbling, driving, lays it up and in with the nice scoop. Maxey's got 25 and counting. Mitchell again. Euros over Edwards. Oh my gosh, man. Edwards is making us look like a fool. Or not Edwards, Mitchell. $2 super chat. Daniel Guy Konos says last night was wild work, 5-3 record. It is giving mid. Daniel says Sixers look mid. Grimes fouled again. $10 super chat. Philly for life. Philly, what's up, man? Philly for life says, sorry I'm late, y'all. Damn, we're getting behind whooped by D Mitch right now. Why are we not running our sets on offense? Beat is not in. Still got to run, crap nurse. What are we doing, RB? Oh my God, dude. It's hard for me to explain this game to somebody that hasn't been here, man. I'm being for real. And I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate the love, man. This game has made no sense. I'll talk about it more on the postgame show. Jack Dwight, $5 super chat says, stop yapping about Maxey playing 42 minutes a game. I watched a Philly player average 48.5 minutes per game for a whole season. Did the ball get heavier? Well, Jack, first off, I'll yap about whatever I want to yap about. It's my show. But second off, I don't like it as much as you don't like it, Jack. I don't like it as much as you don't. But unfortunately, in the modern day, as Larry Nance hits another three, unfortunately, in the modern day, guys turn their knee to the left and they tear their ACL. And they get load managed. And the NBA gives the Sixers 23 back-to-backs a season. And Tyrese Maxey's playing the most minutes in the NBA. And he's also averaging the most usage on any team for any player. And he's leading the league in field goals and points and all that stuff. So I do think it is a valid concern. And you can see it tonight. Maxey has no energy left. VJ looks terrible tonight. He is also gassed. Oubre is gassed. So honestly, man, I think it's a valid concern. But I respect your opinion. But that's my thought. Also, this is not the 1995, 96, 97, 2001 season. Like, guys are also 10 times more athletic. They shoot 50 million threes a game. A lot of running and gunning. So it's just a different game. I'm just being honest, man. The last 3 years of the NBA playoffs have been washed down because of injuries. So, just being honest, man. Like I said, man, don't be mad at me. I'm just calling the game.
Let's go.
I'm just calling the game, man. Mobley turning the corner, gets it poked away. Bona steals it away. 21-point game, 7:20 to go. Watford falls to the floor, finds Maxey. Maxey dribbling, driving, floats it up, and he was fouled. $2 super chat. Let's see. Kook says, you think PG will make a difference on this squad? I definitely think he will. For one, he's just taken away some of the minutes that need to be eaten up by other players. So I think PG fills a role for sure. Defensively, yes. And hopefully some three-point shooting. Now, will it make an overall difference? I don't know. But I think it'll help take some of the burden off of Maxey and VJ and all these guys right now. $5 super chat. Philly for life says, why are you coming in hating, Jack? What are we supposed to talk about? We look gassed out there, bro. This ain't the first time either. Yeah, and also Nick Nurse also was ripped at the end of his Toronto coaching tenure for the same thing. He was also ripped at the end of the Toronto times because he played his starters too many minutes. Same thing happened with the New York Knicks last year with Tom Thibodeau. That's why they fired him, even though he went to the conference finals.
Yes, sir.
Again, it's just a different game. And I don't agree with it 100%. I think they should be playing more, but that's how they've conditioned themselves. So on the second of a back-to-back, when you're already shorthanded, by the way, I'm just saying, like, they look gassed, and I can tell you why they look gassed. Just my opinion, though. Michael Noel, $10 super chat, says, would have loved to acquire Josh Giddey and drafted Ace Bailey over Grimes and Edgecombe in my own opinion. So Michael says, should have got Giddey and Bailey instead of Grimes and Edgecombe. What do you guys think about that? Michael, appreciate the love, bro. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Love all the discussion, man. Love all the discussion. What do you guys think about that take? Giddy and Ace Bailey over Grimes and Edgecombe. Somebody said, y'all think because players are more modern that cats from 90s didn't run and gun. Dang, learn your history. I never said they didn't run and gun. I said nowadays teams average 53s a game and they play faster, which is the truth. Players nowadays are more athletic. Doesn't mean they're better. I'm just saying they have more athleticism. You got guys nowadays that are 7'7", taking step back threes and all this stuff. But yeah, the guys in the 90s were definitely athletic. I'm just saying they have a lot more, I don't want to say capabilities now, but they just play different. That's the best way I can say it. There were no players in the 1990s that were 7'5", jumping 4 feet in the air and taking step back threes. So Giddy will come back down to earth this season, I promise. It comes down to management's ability to develop the team. A trade would be good. I'm not ready to say trade this and trade that yet. We're still under 10 games into the season. But I think we do need to have some conversations. I think we have to have some conversations eventually, maybe not right now, about how this team should play, what their identity should be, and really, can they be healthy? Can they be healthy? That's really the biggest discussion, in my opinion. Tonight's game, second of a back-to-back. Last night was a brutal loss. I didn't expect them to win this game, to be honest. But what concerns me more is the way that they're playing. Trendon Watford for 3. Nice shot, Trendon. That's a positive tonight. Watford's played well. He's played very well. I just don't like how the entire night, for the most part, there's been no offense ran. Sixers get the board. Here's Watford again, brings it down the floor. Oubre has it in the corner. Oubre's going to ISO now, drives to the paint, floats it up and in. Also, I saw a comment earlier. Somebody said you should have played Drummond and Bona. I did propose that idea early in this game, but I do understand that they don't have a lot of center depth tonight. So, Philly for Life, $5 super chat says, not going to front. I wanted Ace Bailey. After seeing VJ play, I'm glad we got him. He's tired, y'all. Not bad. Have we seen some of these Grimes games? He is fine. Yeah, I'm probably going to side more towards your side, Philly. I'm not going to overreact about tonight's game. I agree with you. Grimes will be fine. VJ will be fine. But again, I just think that it's about the way that you want to play. I think it's about the style of basketball you want to play. I think it's about not wearing your players out 10 games into the season. And eventually we're going to have a conversation about, can Joel Embiid play more than 20 to 25 minutes a game when he does play? I mean, right now, Joel is not playing back-to-backs, and he's also only playing 20 to 25 minutes per game that he plays. Paul George has not played yet. So these are things we're going to have to discuss. Two $50 million players, they're not playing consistently yet. RB, serious question, why is Kyle Lowry on this team? Your guess is as good as mine. They told me it was because he's a mentor. Could have had another player on the roster actually giving us some minutes, but yeah. Everybody wanted to keep Eric Gordon and Nick Nurse. Actually, you know what? I'm going to tweet that out right now because people got on me a lot for saying that the Sixers should have gotten rid of Lowry and Gordon. Keeping Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon on this team is a crime. Like, I do like the way they built this roster. I like some of the pickups, but using 2 roster spots on those guys is ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Sam Merrill at the top, guarded by VJ Edgecombe. VJ, here's a deep 3 from Garland. Off the back iron. Maxey picks it up. Sixers are out and running. 18-point game. VJ makes it a 16-point game.
Let's go.
5:50 to go. Sixers need one more run here to try to get themselves back in it. It's now or never. Garland to the rim. Nance tried to slam it down. He couldn't. Maxey comes and swipes it away from Jared Allen. Let's go. Need a bucket. Watford driving against Garland. Floats it up. Missed it. Bona smacks the rebound back to himself. Bona floats it up. And he elbowed Allen in the face. Foul on Bona. $20 super chat from Jordan. Jordan, thank you for the love, man. Some of y'all clearly don't watch enough sports. We are 7 games in. They are gassed. The people saying they'd rather have Ace are the same people that would say Jalen Hurts is not a top 5 quarterback. RB, keep doing your thing. Much love, bro. Thank you, man. Garland lost control of it on the drive, and then we have a foul on Cleveland. Yeah, Jordan, I agree with you, man. It's just, it's how a lot of the online culture is nowadays. People just like to overreact every game. So I do agree with you, man. It's an 82-game season. It's a long season. You're going to win some, lose some. There's going to be games where you're on the second of a back-to-back and your guys have dead legs. It happens. That's why I didn't expect them to win this game. But the thing I don't like about tonight's game is just why they're not running any offense. But I do agree with you about the overreacting part. Maxey guarded by Sam Merrill. Maxey steps back for 3. He missed it, but there was a foul on the floor. $5 super chat. Corporate B Pump. He says, I'll still take Ace over VJ Edgecombe or VJ Edgecrumb Cookie. Wow. We made a grave mistake. Now we have to witness the brick fest. B Pump, I think you're overreacting, bro. I think you're overreacting. I mean, we are 7 games into the season. VJ pops up a 3, missed it. VJ had a couple really good games to start the year. Mitchell turns, spins, puts it up, left it short. I'm not ready to cancel out VJ Edgecombe because of a couple bad games. We have to relax a little bit, man. Maxey to Oubre. Oubre in the corner, dribbles, drives, and he dumps his shoulder into Darius Garland. It's an offensive foul. Garland drives, finds Allen, and Allen slams it down, 125-107. So just with the theme of this game, every time it feels like the Sixers can go on a run, they just get shut down. 125-107, 4 minutes to play. We'll talk about it more in the postgame. You guys can feel free to call in. We'll drop the Discord link later on as well. How do you feel about this game? Give me a couple thoughts in the chat if you're in here right now. 800 people still in here rocking with us. We do it every single game. How do you feel about this game? Like, are you mad at all tonight? Did you expect them to win this game? Are you just chalking this up as, a scheduled loss? How do you feel about this game? One more quick shout out to our great partners of today's show, National University. Check them out if you're thinking about going back to school, but you feel like you don't have the capacity. NU is perfect for you. They offer 4 and 8 week online courses that help you balance work, life, and school. With National University, you can be a busy worker, person, or learner, and a successful student. They have 150-degree programs and a 50-year history of innovative learning and support models for non-traditional and working students. They provide other resources like career guidance, virtual mental health counseling, and everything else you need to have a positive, successful academic career. Check them out. Link down in the description below. Shout out to National University for partnering on our show. I'm excited to hear you guys call in tonight because last night there was frustration and then there was the people that were like, I don't care. Like, we're good. We're still early in the season. I'm interested to hear tonight if there's been a change in tone or not. Last night, I was pissed off. Last night was an inexcusable loss. Grimes puts up the mid-range and drills it. Somebody said, I'm livid in the chat. I'm not mad. I wish we were doing better. What else, man? VJ hit a wall this early. Here's Sam Merrill, guarded by Evan Mobley. Maxey steals it away, takes it full length of the court, goes all the way, and slams it down. So Maxey's still doing his thing, man. It's been very hard to describe this game tonight. Merrill for 3, answers on the other end. That might be the dagger. Timeout, Nick Nurse. Tell you what, man. If you're just tuning in the second half, you will not believe how this game went. I'm going to do my best later on to encapsulate everything, but this game made absolutely no sense. This game made no sense whatsoever with the way that it went. Maybe it's just a regular, we always make a joke like a regular Wednesday night game in November. Maybe that's how this game is, man. I don't know. The Cavs have just really imposed their will whenever they felt like it. They've just imposed their will whenever they wanted to. $5 Super Chat, Philly for Life says, I expected this after watching us lose our last back-to-back. John RB, I wasn't here all game, but we look tired and the vibes are not right. Gotta learn. You know what, Philly? You're right, but what if I told you, Philly? What if I told you that this was a 3-point game at halftime? What if I told you that this was a 3-point game at halftime? Tay says, is this loss on Embiid's fault too? See, then again, you have these weirdos that come in here and they're going to try to say that, oh, can you blame Joel Embiid tonight? Well, if we really want to get technical, yeah, maybe we could because he's not playing. Can't play back-to-backs. But in all seriousness, man, we can't get in our feelings for criticizing the team. Last night, I criticized multiple people. Tonight, I'm going to do the same thing. Even though tonight, I didn't really expect much. Overall, we got to look at things in the grand scale and think about what this team is and what they're not. This was a 3-point game at halftime. They had an opportunity to get in it, but they just had nothing after the third quarter. After the second quarter, really. Estelle says, made perfect sense. I expected a little more fight from the Sixers. Thought VJ would have a better showing. Free throws good for the Sixers. 128-112. Donovan Mitchell kicks it back to Darius Garland. Reball missed short. Sixers pick it up. 16-point game. Maxey going to find Quentin Grimes. Grimes over to VJ. VJ dribbles in. VJ.
Let's go.
Oubre for three. He hits. Two minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. It's a 13-point game. It's really what it's been about most of the game. Sixers just can't get it below 10. And a foul on the Sixers. $2 Super Chat Philly for Life says 3-point game at half. Did we look energetic? Second quarter, we did. First quarter, we got the doors blown off us. Second quarter, we got back in it. Made it a 3-point game. Cavs really weren't doing much. But then we got to the point in the third quarter where everything just kind of fell apart. $5 Super Chat Corporate Brian Pumper says, I'm not giving the kid an excuse. He's 20 years old in his peak fitness. 48 minutes of play in a 24 hours day. He wasn't even guarding the ball. I mean, it's definitely more than 48 minutes. He probably played about like 70 to 80 minutes, but I definitely think they need to do a better job getting him incorporated. Quentin Grimes off the miss down the other end. He misses it. Oubre the rebound, puts it up and in, and all of a sudden it's an 11-point game with 1:34 to go. So the Sixers trying to give one final push to make it happen. Sixers steal it away again. Grimes running the floor and slams it down on the other end. 9-point game now. Mitchell has it, guarded by Maxey. Mitchell running down the floor, 3-on-2. Nobody even got back for Philly, and that's an easy, wide-open layup. Jason, 18, member for 13 months, says, whoever timed me out for no reason. I didn't see what happened, Jason, but yeah, man. Don't abuse the power, mods, unless they're being disrespectful. And now we have another foul on Philly. So Cleveland going to shoot free throws. Where's that one comment at, man? Yeah, Maz, don't act crazy, man. Sorry about that, Jason, if you got timed out mistakenly. Like I said, only time people out if they're being disrespectful or rude or whatever. First one good at the line for Donovan Mitchell. But yeah, man, we got some trolls in here. Maz's doing a good job of keeping them out, but like I said, don't abuse the power. Like I said, I don't know what happened, Jason, but it's all good, man. Just thanks for letting me know. But yeah, man. So like I said, we do this every single game. Pre-game, live game, post-game. We give you the thoughts as the game happens. If you don't want to hear my thoughts or you don't like the way I'm calling the game, then don't be here. You know what I mean? We got a tight-knit community. We have a lot of fun. Tonight has not been a lot of fun. I feel happy about a few things tonight, but part of me knows that they were going to lose this game anyway. Part of me knows that there's things they have to fix, but I also am pretty frustrated with a couple things tonight. So we're going to talk about it all on the post-game show. Like I said, I appreciate y'all so much for being here. We do it every game. 2 more games coming up this week. PHLY guy says everybody can say their piece respectfully. Exactly, man. We're all welcome here. Mitchell knocks down a free throw. Jason, chill out, man. We're good. We're good, Jason. I got you, bro. I got you. No worries, man. RB, you knew this team had no shot tonight. I mean, I did say it at the beginning. VJ step back 3, it's short. I said they'd either win in cardiac fashion or just get mollywopped in this game. Thomas Bryant threw it away. 38 seconds to go. You guys want to give your thoughts on this game and tap into the conversation? We will have the phone lines open. We're actually going to load the phones up right now. Cavs steal it away again. Janai Broom's in. All right, well, the Sixers are going to lose this game. The clock is winding down. Very, very interesting game tonight. All right, man, my bad, y'all. Anyway, much love to everybody for sticking in here for the entire show, man. Back-to-backs are always interesting, but yeah, you guys were great tonight, even through, you know, the trolls that come in and the hate and all that. The mods did a great job overall. Members did a great job. Y'all are amazing. And like I said, man, long season. Long season. A lot to talk about. Couple things I want to get into tonight and hear from you all on. So definitely don't go anywhere. We got a post-game show coming up. Pre-game, live game, post-game. Every single game. #1 game day live show in the world right here on Philly Take with RB. $5 Super Chat Corporate. Brian Pumper says VJ's favorite meal of the day is Brickfest. All right, I'll chill. I told y'all he's Josh Okogie. Yo, B Pump, what's up with you, my guy? B-Pump went from a Joel Embiid massive hater to a VJ massive hater. Throw some tomatoes in the chat for B-Pump, man. He's going on top. He's going over the top with this hate, bro. He's going over the top with the hate right now. But, ladies and gentlemen, keep it respectful, by the way, though. Keep it respectful. Keep it respectful, man. At the end of the day, it's all love, man. It's all opinions. We certainly have a lot to talk about. I don't want to let the rant out yet. I'm going to rant for a couple minutes, and then we're going to talk about this game. But Sixers go down in Cleveland. They give up 132 points to the 26th ranked offense so far in the NBA. A lot of confusion tonight. Confusion is the word of the night. Confusion is the word of the night. How do I call in? I'm going to drop the Discord and the phone number here in the chat. So we'll pin that in there. Throw that in the chat. And then we will also throw this in the chat. Mods, make sure y'all drop the social links in the chat so people can check out all of our platforms. Post-game show coming up. Lot to get into. Yeah, B-Pump might be the ultimate hater of the chat. He might be. Shout out Don Boyle. Shout out Cool J. I think Busy Bee's in here. I don't know if she is. She might have dipped. Shazy's in here. Class, Estelle, y'all have been crushing it tonight. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. Sixers Sam in the house. The Sixers need a coach who runs more than 3 plays. Well, that is something that we will talk about. How do you guys feel about Nick Nurse tonight? How do you feel about the guards? How do you feel about the rotation? How do you feel about everything? Call into the show tonight. Let me know. And we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Sixers rank coming up in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Shout out to National University for partnering with us, Sleeper, and shout out to everybody in the chat for making this possible. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. All right. Welcome on in to the Sixers postgame live show right here on Philly Take with RB. First losing streak of the season as the 76ers drop the second of a back-to-back to the Cleveland Cavaliers in Cleveland after a very tough loss last night. And in this game, although we thought that it would be very tough for them to win, there were a couple of very perplexing decisions, rotations, strategy things that do overall concern me as we move forward. So we're going to talk about those. I want to hear from the chat. Do we just chalk this game up as like a, hey, they were going to lose anyway, so it doesn't matter? How do we feel overall about the team? The Sixers sit at 5-3 now through the first 8 games. And honestly, it feels like last night was the game you should have won. This one was kind of a throw-in, but still, I'm very confused at things I saw. And I want to talk about Nick Nurse as well specifically and how this team is being ran. So we are going to break it all down right here on the Sixers postgame live show, number one Sixers game day live show for pregame, live game, and postgame coverage. You can join us live during the game, before, or you can join us after and get active on the conversation. As always, you can listen back to these episodes on podcast platforms. Matter of fact, go do that. If you're listening on your drive to work, give us a share, a review, wherever you get your podcasts. And with all that being said, let's talk about another brutal showing from the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, I want to start off by saying I did not expect them to win this game. I think deep down we all knew that this was the closest thing to a scheduled loss. But the way you lose is also very important. And the Sixers go from getting the doors blown off in the first quarter to then coming back in the second quarter in what felt like it was an hour and a half long, where there was 4 reviews back to back. The Cavs completely took their foot off the gas pedal, and it looked like they honestly did not care for the entire second quarter. And I didn't know if they had given up or if they were still trying to get things clicking or if they just knew they were going to win the game no matter what. But it looked like they did not care whatsoever. And then the 76ers come out and do exactly what they've done all season, and that is be a historically bad third quarter team. They get outscored 37-20 in the third quarter, and they continue to let that be their kryptonite. That is their downfall, and looking beyond this game, that is a major concern. And then when the fourth quarter rolled around, they absolutely had no chance. And I'm looking at Nick Nurse specifically tonight because, again, I knew that they had dead legs. I knew that being down Joel Embiid and Jared McCain, this would be a tough game regardless against a Cavs team who was supposed to be at the top of the Eastern Conference. But how come for 3.5 quarters tonight, there was absolutely no offense? There were no called plays. You did not run any type of offense. It was literally ISO after ISO after ISO, Maxey driving downhill a million times, and then it became Trendon Watford trying to create his own, Kelly Oubre. VJ Edgecombe looked very bad. He's starting to look like a rookie, but he's also being posted up in the corner. So how do I feel about that? Overall, this offense was so out of sync tonight. And you know what, man? I said it yesterday. I'll say it again. Playing Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, and Kelly Oubre 40-plus minutes per game is really starting to wear down this team early. You are burning these guys out. That's the reason why they didn't have enough gas in the tank for tonight. And I know that maybe you can go deeper in the rotation. Well, you haven't done that. Guys have been out. And you have one part-time player on this team. You have another max star who hasn't seen the floor yet. You played 15 minutes of Jared McCain last night. I don't know why he couldn't play tonight. He was out. Dominic Barlow had a hole in his shoulder in the second game of the season. He's still not back. Where is he? I'm not saying that the train is falling off the track already, but what I am saying is that the 76ers have to really get an idea of what they want to do. The 76ers have to figure out what their identity is. Because if you watched this game quarter by quarter or half by half, just like it's been all season long, it was completely two different teams tonight. I can even say that from the first quarter to the second quarter. Let's really break this down because the 76ers come out after a brutal showing last night in the fourth quarter. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, the Sixers could only win this game in the most Sixers way possible when everybody counts them out. Like, we know they're probably not going to win this game. It really surprised me that the Cavaliers, who are right now the 26th ranked offense in the NBA, put up 132 points on your team. You didn't even think about playing defense tonight. This team didn't do anything fundamentally. And maybe we can just look at it and chalk it up as a back-to-back second game, and it is what it is. But there are things that have to be corrected, and tonight just gave me a lot of bad flashbacks from last season. But you come out regardless in the first quarter, and the Cavs immediately go on a 17-4 run. And this was the first game of having Darius Garland back tonight. So you know that they were going to try to experiment with some different things. They had Sam Merrill coming off the bench. They had Mitchell and Mobley and Allen and this tough cat, Jalen Tyson, who has been really balling out the last couple games. You know they have shooters. And the Cavaliers come out and they are running and gunning from the jump. And that's what they've done for the last couple years. That's what made them the number one offense in the NBA last season. So the Sixers look completely outmatched for the first 6, 7, 8 minutes of the game. Tyrese Maxey had 3 turnovers in the first 4 minutes. The offense was not running smoothly. Again, they just had no idea what they wanted to do tonight. Fast forward to the second quarter. The Sixers, I believe, were down, I don't even know how many points, 14? Yeah, down 14. The Sixers gave up 41 points in the first quarter, 29 in the second, 37 in the third, and 25 in the fourth. But anyway, Sixers come out in the second quarter, and they completely flip the script. Now, to be fair, this game was very non-traditional. It was very unconventional because we were 4 minutes into the second quarter, and it honestly had felt like 2 hours had elapsed in that quarter alone. The referees, and I haven't really talked much about the refs because I've just gotten used to it at this point, but you want to talk about messing up the flow of the game. And in this scenario, it actually helped the 76ers because we were 2 minutes into the second quarter and the referees went to the scorers table back to back to back to back times. 4 in a row. Couple clear path fouls, a block that was reversed and something else and out of bounds. And it completely messed up the flow of the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I said at halftime on the live show that it wasn't really the Sixers getting themselves back in the game. It was the Cavs shooting themselves in the foot. You would have Donovan Mitchell look for an outlet pass. He would throw it 50 yards over his guy like he's throwing a Hail Mary. You would have Sam Merrill throw it across the court into the third row. Like the Cavs were not playing smart basketball. They were turning it over. They were being careless. They were, they're just playing sloppy, simply put. And they stopped playing defense in the second quarter. I don't really think it was a Sixers thing. But when you give a team life, as the Sixers saw yesterday, they can take advantage of it. So Tyrese Maxey then drops 14 points in the second quarter, and all of a sudden, it's a 3-point game at halftime. Adem Bona started this game out, and Nick Nurse, like I said, was terrible tonight. Nick Nurse kept Adem Bona in way too long at the beginning. He then brought in Andre Drummond, who was terrible to start, but I got to give Drummond credit. By halftime, he had 10 points and 9 boards. And you would think that a coach that knows how to game plan strategically for certain matchups looks at the Cavaliers team and knows that you have to play them a little bit different because they play with two bigs, one that can play make and can play out on the perimeter and move fast around the floor, and one that is a strict rim protector in Jared Allen. But no, Nick Nurse decides to go with the more explosive lineup tonight, which I thought was not the best decision. And then he waits too long to bring Andre Drummond in, and it got to a point where it felt like you needed both of them in, but the Sixers didn't have any backup center depth to be able to do that. And then another thing comes back to the fact that you play Jabari Walker every game for 4 minutes to start the game, and then you sub him out. Like, I need to know why Jabari Walker is starting games if he's not going to play more than 10 minutes a game. It does not make any sense. So anyway, Sixers bring it back to a 3-point game at halftime. And at halftime, you're looking at the stats going, man, everything's close. Sixers are out rebounding them. They're playing harder. The Cavaliers literally just took their foot off the gas pedal in the second quarter, and they knew that they were going to win this game. And at halftime, I said, look, the first couple minutes of the third quarter is going to show me exactly what I need to see. The first couple minutes of the third quarter will either win or lose this game for the 76ers. And for the rest of the game, the lead would go up to, 15, 14. Then the Sixers would trim it back down to 9 or 10. Then it would go back to 15. Every time the lead got back to 10 and was about to be cut to single digits, the 76ers could not capitalize. Then it got to a point early in the third where they actually did, and it was tied up. And then what happens? Cavs go on a 7-0 run. And Donovan Mitchell just continued to eat this team alive. And that's the other thing I wanted to say about Nick Nurse tonight. How in the hell do you not make any defensive adjustments? And I know people clown on our boy B Pump in the chat, but you got VJ Edgecombe out there. You have Kelly Oubre. And for the entire game, you have guys like Tyrese Maxey trying to guard Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland. They didn't bring any double teams. They didn't bring any traps. We've seen Nick Nurse be acclimated before to go to full court pressing and things like that to try to mess up the tempo of the other team. They didn't do any of that. They came into this game thinking that they were going to lose. That's the only conclusion I can come to, because they didn't run any offense the entire game. They did not make any defensive adjustments. And Donovan Mitchell dropped 46 points because he was having his way. He was having his way all night. I mean, it was unbelievable. Sixers had no answer. You saw a couple Justin Edwards minutes. What did he play? 16 minutes, 8 points. Didn't keep him in long enough. And then in the second quarter, Tyrese Maxey had a rest of like 6-7 minutes. It felt longer than usual because of the reviews. You brought him back in. That's when he got going. But again, the Sixers were like a car that was just stuck in mud the entire game. And then once they got through that third quarter, where again, that late third quarter stretch was the killer in this game. Sixers get outscored by 17 in the third quarter. They have been historically bad in the third quarter. They're already the worst team this season in the third quarter, and they got outscored by 17. It has to be fixed. Maybe that could be a combination of Jared McCain coming back and Quentin Grimes playing better. Grimes was awful tonight. He dropped 27 points, but a lot of it came later in the game. And I know people are going to just box score watch, and they're going to look at Quentin Grimes tonight, and they're going to say, oh my gosh, he went 9 for 15 with 27 points. Grimes did not play well when it mattered tonight. Those were mostly garbage time points. Andre Drummond, 13 points and 13 boards. Really, the guy that got the Sixers back in this game was Trendon Watford, of all people. For a quarter and a half, the Sixers let Trendon Watford bring the ball up the floor, drive into the mid-post, turn around, look for a dribble, handoff, or, dish it out to Maxey. Then he would get it back. He'd go in, drive, a little tough floater. Why were the Sixers running the offense through Trendon Watford for a quarter and a half? I don't want to go back to Doc Rivers days, but it felt like a quote-unquote scheduled loss. They didn't go out with any approach in this game. It didn't look like they cared. It looked like they knew that they had played too many minutes yesterday and the day before. And then again, going back to what I said originally tonight, the 76ers are playing Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, and Kelly Oubre way too many minutes. Nick Nurse has not gone deep enough into the rotation. And there is a reason why the three players I just mentioned are playing the most minutes in the NBA, because they haven't gone deep enough into the rotation. So then it makes these back-to-backs virtually impossible to win, because the game is different now, and unfortunately, that's how these players are. They don't want to play back-to-backs, and when they do have them, you can't play them 45 minutes in each game. Last but not least, maybe this is more of a roster construction thing, but I'm sorry, man. The fact that the Sixers kept Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon on this roster is an absolute joke. People argued with me. They said, listen, man, we need Eric Gordon to be a mentor for VJ Edgecombe. We need Kyle Lowry to be a mentor for Tyrese Maxey. Well, how's that working out? VJ Edgecombe looked horrible tonight. This was by far his worst game. He's getting worse each game. Is that on VJ? I mean, his legs did look dead tonight. His three-point shot was way off. But I've been arguing this for a couple games now. Why is VJ not a part of the offense anymore? In the first couple games, VJ was taking a hold of his opportunities. He was being aggressive. He was dribble driving, dribble spin, big athletic play. VJ Edgecombe is not imposing his will anymore. Is that a coaching thing, or is that a VJ confidence thing? The entire offense tonight was ISO, ISO, ISO. There were times where they could have gotten VJ involved, but it was either Quentin Grimes with a turnover, or Tyrese Maxey with a turnover, or, running the offense through Trendon Watford. And again, I thought Nick Nurse's substitution patterns and roster, decisions tonight were terrible. Gave me a lot of flashback again to last year and the way that Nick Nurse managed his team. So at the end of the day, we can sit here and we can chalk it up to it's a second of a back-to-back. They weren't going to win the game anyway. And I think that we can kind of do that, but I just do not like the way the team was coached tonight. And I think there are things that must be cleaned up that were very, very concerning as they move forward. They have to figure out the backup center thing. Adem Bona just doesn't look like he has any confidence. He already didn't have any offensively. Oh, yeah, by the way, you had Adem Bona shoot a corner three tonight. You had Andre Drummond shoot a corner three. By the way, he made it, surprising enough. But, again, there was no substance. There was no identity tonight. This was a bad loss. The Cavaliers were 7th in the NBA in defense. You scored 121 on them. That should have been good enough to win. The Cavaliers had the 26th ranked offense coming into this game, and you let them score 132 points. So that's really my takeaway, man. The Cavaliers lit you up however they wanted. You still out-rebounded them, but they did everything defensively. They created easy points on the other end. 25 fast break points, 60 points in the paint. And Donovan Mitchell absolutely cooked this team. And there was no answer at all. None. No adjustments made. So, anyway, man, that's how this game went. Give me your thoughts in the chat. How do you feel about this team through 8 games? How do you feel about this game tonight? Is it one you just blow off and it's like, all right, we knew it was going to be a loss? How do we feel about this game? Once again, Sixers post-game live show here on Philly Take with RB. The number to call in is 339-207-1037. 7171, or you can join in through the Discord. How do we feel about this game? Busy Bee says, let me get paid millions to be a mentor. Diabolical. Dom says, Mitchell always cooks us. They had a loser mentality tonight. It's a Grimes thing. Too many guards. Nick Nurse's fault. How do you guys feel about this game, man? All right, let's go over to the Discord and let's get some of the people involved in the conversation. We'll go to Exclusive on the Discord. Exclusive.
Hey, RB, can you hear me?
Yo, got you loud and clear, man. What's up?
What's up, man? Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to say tonight, other than, obviously we're coming off of back-to-back, so, it's always going to be a tough one. I think for me, though, the one thing that was frustrating, at least watching, was there were moments where we fought back into the game, and I feel like we went right back to kind of getting into that isolation, two-man pick and rolls schema, right? And I think at the end of the day, it's kind of ironic, when we went down after that, after the third quarter there, when we clawed back into the game, we generated a lot of good open looks from three, and we really when we had ball movement, we had flow, we were able to get open looks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think once again we were in a spot where we kept the game close and we just came down and took some really, really tough shots. I think if I'm not mistaken, Nick Nurse said in the press conference as well, it's like, at the end of the day, you got to be able to, move the ball in certain moments and et cetera. So, yeah, I just think the ball movement, when the game was tight was the biggest thing for me. Other than that, though, it's a back-to-back, guys are going to be tired and so on and so forth.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you, man. I didn't expect them to win this game. I just, again, was not happy with the way that this game was coached. I thought they could have given a better effort. Like you said, they still had a chance to come back in it, Like, the Cavaliers did not play nearly a perfect game. And I just felt like there was opportunities and the 76ers were just like, it is what it is, does that make sense? It felt like they just gave like a whatever attitude. It was like whatever happens, happens. It wasn't the fight that we've seen in other games this season. Maybe that's the best way to kind of summarize it.
Yeah, I could agree. Yeah, it felt like the mentality was a bit different tonight for sure. It definitely kind of showed. It could be they're just tired. They were in Chicago. I'm not sure the distance from Chicago to Cleveland. I know it's up there in the same kind of proximity, but you're turning around, you're playing a contender the next day. Going into it, you're trying to do what you can to win the game, but you're asking a lot, especially
for sure, especially with guys out.
Yeah, and the minutes too. You're talking about how I think you mentioned it yesterday, like how guys had a lot of minutes to the game before. That might show up later in the next game you play, especially against a contender. You're gonna really you're required to put more in your body at that point, obviously. So
yeah,
it's just
rough one, man. But I guess you got to look at the positives. You're 5-3 through 8 games, and hopefully you can figure it out.
Yep.
Exclusive, appreciate the call, bro.
Hey, thanks for having me again.
Shout out Exclusive on the Discord. Another thing I want to say too. And maybe it's a little preliminary, but it has to be said. Can the Sixers sustain this level of play? Can they sustain Joel Embiid being on a minute restriction for half the season? Can they sustain Paul George coming back in a month? Because I feel like these are just givens at this point for this team because a lot of people did not have expectations. But at the same time, you need these guys out on the floor. And Jared McCain was listed today with left knee injury management. The guy's had, a couple different injuries, but he played yesterday. So is his left knee still recovering? If not, why was Jared McCain not out there tonight? He only played 15 minutes yesterday. Like, have we kind of tipped the scale too much in the opposite direction? Where it's like, man, we're just going to give every player off every other game. I think we really need to know like what the health status is of the entire team long term. Is that crazy to say? Let me know what you think. Cool J on the Discord. Cool J.
Yo, RB.
Yo, what's up, man?
Now, in a way, I figured they weren't going to win, which is why it's a little more frustrating why I didn't win yesterday. And to go off to what you just said, like, and I feel like I realized I talked about this during like last year. When you play somebody for a very extended amount of minutes, they start to get tired.
Yeah,
and like we played Maxi, VJ, and Oubre for almost 40 minutes a game, and like you said, it's like taking a toll on them. And the only problem in this game, I think the biggest issue was both defensively, there was no defense, and the offense was absolutely sloppy, especially in the second quarter. I think the second quarter is literally our biggest thing that needs to be worked on. And going into this game, I feared it wasn't going to be that good because like I said yesterday, like you don't have time to like try and readjust. You don't have time to like play, try to figure things out. Right on. You're literally going to dump onto a plane going to Cleveland, and now you face the Cavaliers on back to back. So that's kind of the negative of having a back to back is that you don't have time to plan.
Mm-hmm. No, you're exactly right. And again, like I definitely understand that, like I did not really expect them to win this game, but I just didn't like the way that their attitude was, I guess. Like, even if you're going to lose this game, like go out with some fight, and it feels like outside of that second quarter, they just had no fight in them whatsoever. Like it was just like another game, like whatever, we know we're going to lose this game. That's what I didn't like personally.
Correct. Like, at least if you're going to lose a game, you got to at least like close the deficit out like a little bit. Like, when you versus Celtics, you only lost by 1 point. And
yeah,
if reverse the Bulls yesterday, like we only lost by 3 points, but that game you literally could have won. But if you're going to go down, at least go down trying.
Right. Yeah, and it just didn't feel it didn't feel at all like they wanted to or that they cared. And again, I'm just left scratching my head with Nick Nurse. Like, I've given a lot of credit to Nick Nurse. I've called him a great coach and, he's a champion and all that, but you got to be able to coach when you're undermanned. One thing I'll say about Doc Rivers, even though I hated him, many times, is like when the Sixers had their stars out, Doc Rivers could still coach them to a win. And I just haven't seen that at all from Nick Nurse.
Yeah. Like, I mean, the consistency, the playmaking, and that also has to be take noted for, because like you have to like be able to plan for those type of situations. Like if you're down like 20 points, like
right,
you got think about it, like what should I do here? Who should I send here to try and fix this? Try and cut the deficit down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man. Cool J, appreciate the call, bro.
Of course, man. Thanks for having me in.
Thank you, man. Shout out Cool J on the Discord. Now, I know people in the chat right now are saying, well, other teams play back-to-backs. True. You're right. We shouldn't just hold the Sixers to that standard. Here's what I'm saying about the back-to-backs more specifically again. It's not only that you're playing 2 nights in a row, it's that last night you only went 9 deep into the rotation, barely. So again, your main core guys are playing 42 minutes a game, which, maybe 10, 20 years ago wouldn't have been a problem, but it's just kind of what we've seen with the injuries, with the fatigue, with the way they play. So honestly, man, I think it's going to be an issue, and I think it's stacking up to be one, and Nick Nurse is going to have to figure it out. Like I said during the stream, last year the New York Knicks made the conference finals. They fired their coach mainly because he was overplaying the starters and couldn't manage the team effectively. So I just think it's something you got to keep your eyes on. Let's go to our player of the game tonight. It's pretty obvious. I predicted Donovan Mitchell to have 36 tonight. He won up to me. He went with 46 points. Ladies and gentlemen, who is your player of the game tonight? Drop it in the chat. I feel like there should only be one answer to this question. Maybe you have a different one. Donovan Mitchell is a special player. I mean, what is he, 7-8 years into the league, which is crazy to think. But the Cavaliers last year were the number one team in the league in offense. They were third in defense. And honestly, they got bullied in the playoffs. But to me, the Cavs strike me as a team that can come right back this year and make a run, especially with a wide open Eastern Conference. Like, the Cavs, to me, can turn it on whenever they feel like it. So I think the Cavs are a good team. And they're led by Donovan Mitchell, and he just continues to get better year over year over year. Simple as that. He's a superstar. He's a great player. I like what they're able to do, deploying two bigs, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. I like Darius Garland, even though he's kind of come up small in some big games before. The guy that they had, Jalen Tyson, tonight, who was guarding Maxey most of the game, did a pretty good job on him. He was kind of, roughing him up a little bit. Jalen Tyson's a nice player, too. I don't think their bench is as deep as it was last year. Max Strus still waiting to come back, but based on the 5 or 6, 7 guys they have, the Cavs should be a formidable team this year. They should be a good squad. So, yeah. Cavaliers did their thing tonight. Donovan Mitchell is definitely the player of the game. What else do I have on this game? Really not that much, man. It was one of them games. Man, I don't know. This game was rough. Let's go to the phones. We got our boy Downtown on the phone lines. I was waiting to hear from him, man. Downtown on the phone lines.
What's up, big dog? How you doing?
Doing all right, man. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Talk to me, bro. Talk to me.
I'm RB, man. I gotta say this, man, and I might be wrong for saying it, but I have to say it.
Speak your mind, bro.
I'm sick and tired of seeing Embiid take these days off, man. I really am. It's getting on my nerves. If you're not going to play, man, if you're not going to commit, man, let's trade this brother. And I hate to say it like that, but it's true. I don't want to trade him. But man, if all you're gonna do is a night in, night out, man, we can't use you.
It's very hard to build consistency, man, when a guy is in one night and you're running the offense through him, and then he's out the next night. It's true.
Yeah, and then you got Paul George, who he may show up, sometimes when he wanna, and now they got McCain on restrictions again, and I'm like, man, what the heck is going on? I mean, are we the walking wounded or what?
Literally, man. Yo, it's getting concerning, bro, because I mean, I know we're still under 10 games, but like I said earlier on the show, you can't do this all season, man. Like, where do we draw the line?
No, man.
Where do we draw the line?
I'm trying to figure out, man. Who are the Sixers trainers, man? I'm trying to figure these guys out, man, because man, this is getting ridiculous, man. Every other night, man, Embiid is not there.
Right.
I know he's on the bench, and I know he's up with the team because they just didn't leave him in Chicago. I'm pretty sure he's in Cleveland. But baby, look, no offense, man. Lace up, big dog. Lace up. Let's roll with it.
Right.
At least try.
Right. Right. And again, going back to the way that they have to play and build, an identity. That's been my biggest word. Identity. You can't have a guy in and then out. And I'm not blaming it specifically on Joel, but whoever makes the call.
No.
You got to keep this in mind, man.
Yeah, man. Because I mean, if all you're going to do is sit there and say, well, hey, he played 20 minutes tonight. So actually, what you're doing is, I mean, if we doing every other night like this and we doing back to backs, all you're doing is playing 10 minutes a game, to be honest with you. 10 minutes every,
Right.
10 minutes a game, 20 minutes, so.
Right. And that's why I asked a couple games ago. That's why I asked a couple games ago. I said, how long can we really keep this up, And
we can.
Yeah.
Because we're killing Maxey. By the time he gets to the playoffs, man, he's going to be spent.
And think about this, man. Think about this. Joel Embiid out, let's just say a couple games here and there. McCain's playing 15 minutes a game. Paul George is out.
Yep.
Lowry is not playable. Gordon's not playable. Broom's not playable. Like, how many guys are in the rotation that you can actually play?
I mean, golly, man. You might the way the Sixers are going, man, you might have to go to the rec league to go get some guys, man.
Literally,
you know what
man.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, man, go call Temple U, man, or Rutgers or somebody, or get somebody from the YMCA, man, because this is not going well, man.
Nope.
Because by the time these guys get done, man, Lord knows what happens if Maxey gets hurt. Oh, my Lord. It's over.
Yeah, man. And, it's getting scary out here. Like I said, Maxey, VJ, and Oubre played the most minutes in the NBA. I mean, it's just not feasible.
Yeah, but, and now I'm pretty sure they'll win against Toronto. Yeah. But, I really wanted to see what they had and what they were made of.
Yeah.
I figured tonight they was going to lose. I did.
Right.
But the Cleveland game says a lot more to me than any other game this week because they had a big lead and they let it go.
Yeah.
And this is one more reason why when you got the chance to put your Gators on their neck, you keep them there until you get the game done.
Yep.
As simple as that.
Yep.
Bro, I'm out of here, all right?
Hey, appreciate the call, bro. Shout out downtown from Virginia. Always coming through, man, with the heat. Enjoy his calls very much. Shout out to all the callers. You guys have been great. Yeah, I think we just chalked this one up to, second of a back-to-back. Tough one. Didn't like some things. They got to get it fixed. You're 5-3. Positive outlook looking forward. You should be able to beat Toronto, I think. Now, again, you got another back-to-back situation this weekend. Toronto and then Detroit. So does Embiid play against Toronto, not Detroit? Does he play against Detroit, not Toronto? How does Nick Nurse manage that into the game plan? It's not necessarily fair to Nurse either. Having a game plan around a center that is playing one game, maybe not playing the next. Same thing with, Jared McCain, Paul George. But he's got to pull it out and, figure out a way. So not going to completely overreact yet, but that is where we sit with the Sixers at 5-3. Hopefully PG comes back. Hopefully McCain, can actually play a certain amount of minutes soon, so we don't have this one guy in, one guy out, and then, we don't know who's playing next game because that's how last season was. And that's how last season went, and it never got on the right track. And that's what really was frustrating. But anyway, man, that's where we're at tonight. Don't have much else. Before we get out of here, though, shout out to Sleeper. And listen, man, Andre Drummond did it. I did not think there was a world in which Andre Drummond hits a three-pointer. I thought he would take one. I didn't know if he would hit one. But Andre Drummond hit a three-pointer tonight, which got us our hit on Sleeper. Bona went under on the rebounds. Very surprised about that, especially tonight. He had to rise to the occasion against Mobley and Allen. He did not. Kelly Oubre took him over 1.5 threes. He was at 4. So we're getting close to that 3 for 3, man. But we go 2 for 3 tonight. Shout out to Sleeper. Download the Sleeper app. Check out Sleeper's picks. Use code PhillyTake. Get a 100% deposit match up to $100. And get a $20 free entry right now on the Sleeper app. Ladies and gentlemen, not a good night. Not a good couple night stretch here. Last night was the one they had to win. But now they have to bounce back, and they got to find a way. Like, I'm not saying people are going to turn on the Sixers now and, they're, who we expected them to be. But you got to make a statement now on Saturday, Sunday. If you're the 76ers, we're still 10 games in, fresh season. You got to come out here and win 2 games. Yeah, that's right. I'm saying it. You got to win back-to-back. You got to win back-to-back. Because you don't want to get into this hole now where you lose one and then you're 5-4 and then maybe you're 6-4 and then you're 6-5. Nah, man, let's get back on track. Let's regroup. These guys will certainly enjoy a couple days off. I'll tell you that right now. They're probably gasping for air in the locker room. Let them rest. Come back strong on Saturday. And come back with a better game plan. We will see how it goes. If you are still in here rocking with us, let us know in the chat. I want to give a couple quick shout outs to Busy B, 221, Cool J, Dom Boyle. We got Devin here, SPK in the chat. Y'all have been amazing all season long, all night long. It has still been a fun stream regardless, even though the 76ers did not come out and give it any effort in the second half tonight. Hopefully they will bounce back in a couple days and we can get back in the dub column. 5-3 through the first 8 games. Can they rebound? Well, we'll leave that to them. We'll see. Make sure you turn on notifications on the channel. Make sure you watch our videos. Follow us on all social platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter at Philly Take with RB. And yeah, man, we'll have some videos out. We'll talk about this team. We'll break it down more in depth. But we'll be talking about it, man. That's what we do every single day. Philly Take with RB, #1 Sixers Game Day live show. We give you pregame, live game, postgame coverage everywhere, every game. Shout out to the partners of the show. Postgame show presented by Sleeper. Download the Sleeper app. Shout out Andre Drummond for the 3, though. Sixers got to bounce back, man. We got to shake this off. Got to shake it off. See what happens, man. Enjoy the rest of your night. RB is out. Peace.